去年はなかなか世界大会優勝 PMG を優勝ということもあってモチベーションがなかなか保てずにいて PMGC に出場することすらできなかったんですけど
I would definitely say I'm coming back for redemption this time.
このチームがどれほどの実力を持っているかを証明しましたチームメイトを信じていますし再びやり遂げられると本気で思っています
I would say I want people to remember that I always tried hard, and no matter what the result, I showed up in a good way.
Sekarang waktunya kita untuk bawa piala ke Indonesia lagi.
目標はシンプルですグランドファイナルに進出し世界タイトルを取ること、今回は PMGC トロフィーを持ち帰ります
저희가 더 열심히 해서 꼭 우승하도록 하겠습니다.
Welcome back to the first day of Group Green at PMGC 2025 live from Bangkok, Thailand. I'm here joined by the MVP of
I think in terms of mindset, absolutely, because we're seeing a very different APG to what we've been seeing for years so far. So I think
not messing around at all here. I mean, they want that big share of that money coming up here. So we can take a look at the top 4 gunslingers. And of course, look at that. 3 players from Alpha Gaming up on top here. Max.
And you got Coops just like, hey, don't forget about. I mean, they had a great game, of course, to go himself to second place, so Coops popping off, but Zyol, Doc, top here. I mean, what was really cool is that Zyol, his nades have been kind of matching the energy of Doc's grenades. They've been so pinpoint accurate with that utility. Top, especially his grenades on that Rondo game, were really standing out. APG for me, of course, the rotates are good, everything, but like their utility game, Niptura in particular, really is the standout kind of aspect of the game that is massive so far for APG.
no, it really is. And what I love is that when Top joined this roster,
ये OG team है.
immediately his nades got a lot better because he was learning from Doc. Now we have Zyol as well coming in, and his nades in PMGC so far have been really, really good. So I love the energy that Doc is kind of just influencing the rest of his team to really up their utility game, and it's creating this powerhouse of a team that if they play well, and if they get to the end game, they are unstoppable. So it's a really, really nice sort of shift to see team by or player by player, the individual step up in that area is really cool.
Can you imagine if Doc is like looking at his teammate's phone on the side and be like, just a little bit more to the right, a bit higher? Yep. There you go. He's just coaching them on the nades.
He's got that heat-seeking missile, right? He knows exactly where to throw him right there. And that's what's so good, though, right? When
सभी पागल है PUBG. PUBG के गेम के लिए सभी पागल है. अभी रैंगल मैच 4 ही रैंगल होने वाला है और म्यांमार होने वाला है. म्यांमार मैच 5 और म्यांमार मैच 6 होगा. इरैंगल जो मैच है मैच मैच राउंड मैच 1 पाकिस्तान वर्सेस क्या है. मैच 1 में पाकिस्तान जीता था. WWCD average 11 और average 3.5 average points 13.0. मैच 4 by 18. ये 18 मैच आज डे 1 है. मैच 4 चल रहा है. 18 मैचेस होंगे. डे 1 का ये मैच 4th है और ये सभी लोग शानदार. देखो सेटअप देख रहे हो कितने अच्छी टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ. वो फैन लगा लिया कि प्रोसेसर ओवरहीट ना हो, जिसके कारण लैग जो होता है वो नहीं हो पाए.
That APG did not drop military because they were worried that GS would hot drop them again for the first game, and they needed to not have a rough start on a wrangle. They
ये हमारी इंडियन टीम है। इसी का इसका नाम क्या है? ओजी टीम है। ओजी का इसका नाम ओजी है। और
Yeah, I mean, that's a good theory. You know, I like the fact that they did it in the first place, right? Because it just mixes things up, right? When you have a squad that just goes in the same place constantly, they're just so predictable. So I think the fact that they just changed their drop location at all, Max, pays off here big time.
Yeah, I think that first Orangle was mainly because of the plane that was very
ये
northern.
भी हमारी इंडियन टीम है, लेकिन इसमें फॉरेन
What this
प्लेयर्स
is
भी
a
है।
bonus for having
शायद ये एसयूपी टीम है।
to echo your point.
एसयूपी इसका नाम है।
More reason as to why
ये
they
जरूरी कुछ सोच समझ के रखे होंगे ये नाम।
not 100% certain.
आप देख सकते हो क्या हर चीज़ प्रोवाइड किया गया है।
Yeah, well, you know what?
बेस्ट से बेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी, बेस्ट से बेस्ट हेडफोन्स जो आपस में कनेक्ट करके वो बात कर सकते हैं। ये चाइनीज टीम है, पाकिस्तान और चाइना।
See another gap circle. Go.
आई थिंक ये लॉन्डे बहुत ही टैलेंटेड होंगे और शायद 16-17 के एज के हो गए।
All right. I like those odds right now, but let's get ready for match number 4. And
मैच नंबर 4 चालू होने वाला है और अभी शुरू होने वाला है ये गेम। बहुत ही शानदार मैच होगा। अभी सभी आप लोग स्क्रीन पे टच रहेंगे और देखेंगे कि होने क्या जा रहा है। आपको क्या लगता है कौन जीतेगा? ये इरेंगल है, इरेंगल मैप है। अभी सभी लोग बहुत शानदार, अभी सभी अपने पेड़ सीट की पेटियां बांध दें क्योंकि अभी मैच बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है।
See if they're able to make it. Probably drop in short, grab some vehicles, head on out. You can see they're over, towards the west side of the Yaz fields. Grab a vehicle or two. They should be okay. And we're definitely not going to the Gatka fields, Blank. We're going over to the east side this time around.
Yeah, you can already see here a little bit of argy-bargy going on in terms of teams all rotating on top of one another because the spots are limited. Hello. Pistol out, see what we can get done. The monster truck is coming though. One more shot, it's all it take, and he does find it. Very nice.
APG IC 39 पॉइंट्स के साथ पाकिस्तान की टीम आगे है। ओजी जो 22 पॉइंट्स के साथ 5th में है। चाइनीज टीम जो एसयूपी है वो 9th में है।
You just get in the vehicle, run down, and then leave, right? You don't need to flush him with the pistol. I think for Narvalo, it's an unfortunate one, especially with Narvalo being one of the best players on that squad in terms of gun skill. I think that they desperately do need that. Koa in the past was so incredibly strong, really made a name for himself, but I think has been slightly less explosive in terms of performance recently. I'm still waiting for him to break back onto the scene.
M16 के साथ।
Yes, hopefully a resurgence in his future, but it's easier said than done. Let's take a look at some of the data for APG. They definitely have stepped back up, right? The desk were talking about it. We've been talking about it as well. A revitalized Mongolian front coming through. They're now top of the tables, kind of where we expected them to be. Better late than never. Gen G managed to take 2 players down from the GOATs. That leaves them on 1 player standing now for GOAT. And they are not going to be happy about that. That is a pretty appalling situation to find yourself in, not even into minute 4.
Yeah, a fairly aggressive start, honestly, all things considered for an international format. Already 4 players down, only 3 minutes into the match is quite ridiculous, but GOAT's definitely mostly on the receiving end of this. Only Varanik left remaining for the squad. Gonna have to go for some survival maneuvers. into the late game here. For 9Z, I think they're very happy with their Yaz drop here. This is a great position to get started, especially if it moves over towards the fields. You've got a lot of
मैक्सिमम
vision here.
लोग
You can on the south
घर
side.
में ही रह के खेलेंगे. ये बहुत ही स्ट्रेटजी अच्छी है.
Oh, insane spray transfer as well.
Yeah.
Assisted by Quick with the SKS.
Very, very nice stuff. Earned points, definitely, for Gen G. Unfortunate for GOAT that they were the ones that those points were extracted from. And they will have to just try and trot on with just the one player now. Still, more matches to play, more games to be had. Tiamba, very, very quiet so far. You said in that last match, it wasn't looking good for them. We'll see if they can change the tune from Milta now. Maybe it's just that they don't favor those Gatka rotates, right? Maybe it's just that they really don't like heading over to that part of the map. Maybe they'll find something better on this east side.
I think the team that I'm most frustrated with at the moment is probably Papara Supermassive, getting practically 0 points since Rondo at the start of the day, which just confuses me. I genuinely do think this is a good team, but so far it's been really lackluster. And they're a strong team when it comes to sweeping, but I think they keep getting themselves into some bad scenarios. Now, I'd hope that things would get better tomorrow for them, but it's a lot of homework that needs to be done between now and then.
किसी लड़की के साथ बात आगे बढ़ी?
वो chat करने के लिए subscription. That's almost not inexcusable, but the fact that we saw 2 games back to back where it was pretty much the same circle, there were some very clear teams who had learned their lesson from the previous game. I mean, Wolves immediately took it upon themselves to pick up the only compound that was free the entire time that no one went to. I think that was a great decision to make, and it got them far into the game. But again, it shows that on-the-fly changes can be made during the day, and we just haven't seen that from Papara Supermassive, which I think is required a level of gameplay like this. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Not that Turkey needs more contestants into the grand finals, that is.
Oh dear, yeah. I mean, they've already been able to snaffle away 2 of those spots, right? Doing pretty well. Looking good for representation on that global stage, and that, well, you can't say much fairer than that. I think it's been interesting to see what they've been able to do. And already taken strides out towards those finals from the gauntlet stage. Maybe we'll see another team join them. I mean, you'd hope. I mean, this is going a little bit into the future now, but you'd hope that Regnum Kaya also are going to be able to find one of those spots and really make that global lobby complete, really, with Silas's presence.
I'm definitely unsure about it, though, at this point in time. I'm definitely unsure about Regnum Kaya. I think in the past, it would be the case coming into this international. I was like, oh, Regnum Kaya is definitely going to be going through to the grand finals. I was fairly confident in that. Not so much anymore. I actually have my doubts. Which is sad as well, because I really do like Regnum Kaya as a team. I think Zedwolf's a great addition. And when I saw him get added to the team, sort of for me, it was a case of, that's insane. Like, that's insane. That's just become a god roster. It's not the case. It's not the case.
No, it wasn't quite. I mean, they did very well, obviously, in the region, and obviously with just coming into the roster, it was a little bit rocky, a little bit difficult road that they in order to get to the victory, right? The entirety PMSL that they qualified through. But here, it seems like that process is sort of happen again.
मेरे ख्याल से इंडिया जीतना तो चाहिए. Shit यार, where is OG team? उसको points कम थे शायद, उसको इस टीम में दिया ही नहीं. नहीं, OG team है 22 नंबर पे with the points. SUP टीम का एक बंदा, SUP टीम का एक बंदा जो है, वो हील पे चढ़ा हुआ है. बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग जा रहा है ये. बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग मैच है. मेरे ख्याल से ये नेक्स्ट बिग थिंग होगा. वो ओलंपिक्स में जाएगा क्योंकि इतने फैंस हो चुके हैं इसलिए, और ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग चल रहा है. ग्रुप ग्रीन डे 1 मैच 4 चल रहा है. 18 मैचेस मैच 4 चल रहा है ये। और सभी का ज़्यादा कोई यहाँ पे दौड़ता नहीं है, सभी लोग गाड़ी में ले गए क्योंकि गाड़ी से जाना सेफ नहीं तो आप एक बार में हेडशॉट जाएगा, खत्म हो जाएगा। गोट जो प्लेयर है उसका 3 बंदे डाउन हो चुके हैं, एक बंदा उसका जिंदा है और 16 पॉइंट्स के साथ वो 8 पोजीशन में है। चाइना की टीम थी यान वो 7 पॉइंट्स के साथ 12वीं टीम में है। पाकिस्तान की टीम ठीक खेल रही है क्योंकि इंडिया से, इस दुख की बात है कि इंडिया से वो इस मैटर में वो आगे है 39 पॉइंट्स के साथ, वो सेकंड टीम में है। दिस इज APG जो फर्स्ट रैंक पे है, ये किस कंट्री के है, क्या आप बता सकते हैं व्यूअर्स?
But still playing in tune with the rest of the band here, which is really cool. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time. And they're succeeding because of it.
Go man, go.
It's necessary.
KOP.
Over to Lipovka. A big scout out coming from AKOP. The split from the rest of the roster right now. They've already lost. I say the rest. There is only one other player. Wizgod did get torn apart a little bit. Crash over the hill into Lipovka. The Falcons now join them. We know they lost a player earlier on. But the teams have managed to consolidate themselves to the east side. It has been a bit of a mad dash. Except for Go. I think they're still on a bit of a wide rotate blank.
Well, he's on a bit of a rotate. Yeah. For Alter Ego, they have one of the most insane positions on the map right now. I really love this little high ground that they play. In the past, it's brought a lot of separate teams victories, and I think victories. The team that starts in the you can see how much this position is favored because the circle is centered. You don't want to play. You don't want to play the survival area of the map. It is also a case where this is a worrying amount in the circle right now. It's almost 50%.
It is maybe time for the armbands for one or two players. You'd imagine. A bit of trouble on the north side. Or in a circle. They're trying to move in on the north. They're fairly isolated. They should be okay. See the next circle popping soon. That is 9Z. Fully transition away from Yasnaya. They will have to go. Going all the way up north. Another hard shift circle with a lot of water. Nobody's in the middle of this one, Blank. Don't worry.
Who's that? Who's that? There's just no team there. Actually, a decent. It's a small ditch that they're playing in. It's not like incredibly insane. I will say that APG today has been somewhat lucky on some of the circles that come towards them. But it hasn't been like all the circles are going APG's way. But they have had a few of them. But the thing is that they are translating every single time on those circles. They're currently 48. Now, if they're able to get another big goodness me here, like stamping a ticket at this point in time with 48 points. Duke's highlighted it perfectly. 16-point average, which is unheard of.
But it is a small sample size. We've seen chicken dinners and things like that happen before. And it is always in these 3-day sets about transitioning to the next day. They've had success in today's games. But we've seen bigger than 48. And granted, they still do have half the day to play. But it's not something you can rely on. It's not enough just yet. Nades exchange now on the cliffs between Falcons, playing as 3 and playing as 2, Falcons 2 with Ralph all the way as a backstop. That's a big nade. Blast the card of the sky and AKOP now the last player to stand. That's stolen away that point. That's nasty. He's going to send on over. And another.
All the 5 players are of
They go down 60 place.
Indian teams as well.
Yeah, nice with APG.
Sad news, Indian team is gone.
Spend a load of utilities to make that one happen. And yet get both elims up to 50 points now. I think the record was 382 from Kara on day two of Gauntlet. Day two of Gauntlet.
I was thinking about Thunder talking day one as well, which could have been potential.
I think Kara's is
yeah. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
But still, APG's on track right now to beat that. Now,
Well, if they can keep up 16 points a game, sure.
The funny thing is, if they continue on this trajectory, they actually hit 100 points in one day. Like, unironically as well.
That would be insane. 16 points a match times 6? Really? I don't think that's.
I mean,
that's just shy. That's just shy.
Or on 50 points right now.
Oh yeah, okay, fine. That's fine. That's true. But some of the points have come from this game. Some of the points have come from this game. So technically, they are just.
जो ईपीजी टीम है उसके चारों प्लेयर्स जिंदे हैं, लूप टीम के भी चारों प्लेयर्स जिंदे हैं। लूप टीम साउथ अफ्रीका की टीम है। M1 से साथ ये लोग खेल रहे हैं। इनका सेटअप बहुत ज़्यादा सॉर्टेड आउट रहता है, टाइम ही नहीं मिलता। 2 लोग रूम पे हैं। एक एपीजी, दूसरे में आईसी टीम जो पाकिस्तान की टीम है। 40 पॉइंट्स के साथ एक में है। जो टियान की टीम है, जो चाइनीज टीम है, वो अपने प्लेयर को रिवाइव कर रहे हैं। ए एल्वा, ए क्रिप्टोन, ए स्नाइपी, स्नेप सभी लोग रूम से अंदर खेल रहे हैं। बहुत ही बवाल चलता है भाई, बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग मैचेस चल रहे हैं। ये वॉर है, प्योर वॉर है। कोरिया की टीम 10वें नंबर पे, साउथ अफ्रीका की टीम ब्लूज 11 नंबर पे है। एलिमिनेशन जो है वो 0 है। सबसे ज़्यादा एलिमिनेशन एपीजी की टीम कर रही है, वो 4 एलिमिनेशन कर चुकी है। और पाकिस्तान की टीम 1 एलिमिनेशन कर चुकी है। चाइनीज़ की टीम 1 एलिमिनेशन। जो सबसे ज़्यादा एलिमिनेशन है वो क्रोएशिया और एपीजी की टीम ने किया था। जो जापानीज टीम है, ये आरसे की टीम है। देखिए जापानीज टीम अब काउस में है, वो ज़्यादा रिस्क नहीं ले रहे हैं। वो एक पोजीशन के साथ दूसरे पोजीशन पे जा रहे हैं। आरसी इस टीम ने 3 किल्स किया था 7 पॉइंट्स के साथ। सभी लोग अपने पोजीशन में बरकरार है। ये बहुत ही अच्छा खेल रही है। जापानीज भी गेम में बहुत ही बस वॉच कर लीजिए, थोड़ा सा रेस्ट कर लीजिए सभी लोग दोस्तों। हमारी इंडियन टीम तो अभी इस गेम में आउट हो चुकी है, पर कोई बात नहीं। इनको रेस्ट है, ये एडवांटेज में ले लेना चाहिए और रेस्ट थोड़ा करना चाहिए। 38 डीके, which is डीके? कोरियन टीम डीके की है, वो 12 पॉइंट्स के साथ चारों लोग जिंदा है, चारों प्लेयर्स जिंदा है। मैं कहना चाहता हूँ दोस्तों, अमेरिकन टीम बहुत ही सैड सेफ खेल रही है, वो उतनी भी एग्रेसिव नहीं है। यहाँ GEN वो पहाड़ में रह के सही को मार रहा है। GEN आपको डीके जो है वो कोरियन टीम है, वो सभी लोग इस रूम पे आके बंद है, प्ले जोन सिकुड़ता जा रहा है। इसमें स्नाइपर नहीं है, लेकिन 3 स्कोप के साथ ये शूट कर रहे। स्नाइपर इसमें के AR-98 के को यूज नहीं कर रहा है। स्कार एल आप देख सकते हो, ये स्कार एल का सिंबल है। स्कार एल भी एक ऑटोमेटिक गन है। नहीं नहीं, यहाँ पे GS की टीम, TC टीम, सभी लोग, लूप्स टीम, सभी लोग आ चुके हैं घर में, और साउथ अफ्रीकन टीम के साथ सबका पंगा हो रहा है। TC is down, TC is down, TC is down। 9G कोल ई गोट, GS की टीम 2 प्लेयर्स वहां पे हैं, और लूप और अभी 9G कोल कोड के बीच पंगा हो गया और ग्रेनेड के साथ उसको उड़ा दिया। हाँ हो जाइए DK नोलबू। आप देख सकते हो दोस्तों, आप देखो, बहुत ही शानदार अभी लास्ट मोमेंट में मैच चल रहा है। अभी जो भिड़ंत होने वाली है, APG के चारों के चारों लोग जिंदा है, वॉल के 3 लोग जिंदा है, TS के 3 लोग जिंदा है, और लूप का एक ही बंदा जिंदा है। SUP खत्म हो चुका है, लेकिन APG जो सेंटर में अपना पोजीशन बना के रखी हुई है। अमेरिका की टीम और APG की टीम, SUP की टीम, GS और TS अभी सीजन बिल्कुल भी अपने पोजीशन पे सिकुड़ता जा रहा है। अभी मैच और भी माइक्रोस्कोपिक होगा। Who likes to be? I mean, who a DK जो कोरियन टीम है, उसका एक ही बंदा जिंदा है। इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है। और GS अभी रिवाइव करेगा क्या? ये चॉइस है, अपने पार्टनर को रिवाइव करेगा। रिवाइव कर दिया। ये बहुत ही बहादुरी का काम कर रहे हैं। वो जानते हैं कि वो अकेले जीत नहीं सकते, उनको टीममेट्स की आवश्यकता है। FLSVM नहीं, काबिल तारीफ है। पाकिस्तान की टीम 44 पॉइंट के साथ सेकंड पोजीशन में बनाई पड़ी है। इसमें पॉइंट्स टेबल भी होगा, इसको माइक्रोस्कोपिक किया जाएगा, टेबल्स होगा, तो पॉइंट्स का बहुत इसमें यूटिलाइज होने वाला है, इसीलिए पॉइंट्स हमें चाहिए। लेकिन खुशखबरी है कि हम 5 लोग 5वें नंबर पे तो हैं। वाइप खत्म, कोरियन टीम आउट हो चुकी है। अभी अमेरिकन टीम में वो एलिमिनेशन 2 है, वो काफ़ी डिफेंसिव जा रहे हैं। जो नीचे के जो प्लेयर्स है वो भी काफ़ी डिफेंसिव है, लेकिन जो टॉप जो एपीजी है वो 54 पॉइंट्स के साथ लीड कर रहे हैं। एलिमिनेशन होना जरूरी नहीं। एपीजी के 3 लोग जिंदा हैं। WOL जो अमेरिकन टीम है वो 8वें पोजीशन में बरकरार है। टीएस, चलो टीएस काफ़ी डिफेंसिव खेल रहे हैं कि उनको ये टीम अगर मैच जीतेंगे तो शायद उनको एक एडवांटेज मिलेगा, इसलिए वो काफ़ी डिफेंसिव खेल रहे हैं। राइट साइड में है, राइट साइड में देखो, चेक करो। अभी एपीजी, WOL, FLC, MTS, ये चारों लोग, ये 4 टीम है। हमारी इंडिया टीम और पाकिस्तान की टीम आउट हो चुकी है, चाइना की टीम भी आउट हो चुकी है, और ये टीएस की टीम जो लास्ट में है, पॉइंट टेबल में लास्ट में है, वो अभी बहुत डिफेंसिव खेल रहे हैं। इनका एलिमिनेशन ज़्यादा इन्होंने नहीं किया है। एपीजी के पास 17 ग्रेनेड्स है, वो अगर चाहेगा तो पूरा ही पूरा सबको बर्बाद कर देगा ग्रेनेड्स के हिसाब से। WOL आउट हो चुका है। अब 3 टीम में बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त मुकाबला होने वाला है, एपीजी, FLCN और टीएस। देखो 17, ये जो एपीजी टीम है ये टॉप में है, आईटीएस की टीम है ये लास्ट में है, एफएलसीएन भी लास्ट में ही है, इनका पॉइंट्स भी ज़्यादा नहीं है। तो ज़्यादा कौन जीतेगा? अभी एपीजी पूरा ही लीड कर रहा है। ये एफएलसीएन और टीएस ये लोग डिफेंसिव खेल रहा है, इसलिए डिफेंसिव खेल रहा है कि अगर ये मैच जीतेगा तो इनके पास ऑप्शन ही नहीं है, इनको जीतना ही पड़ेगा। जीतेगा तभी ऊपर जाएगा। अभी देखो कैसे एपीजी सामने है, सब आपस में हो गया है, प्ले जोन बिल्कुल भी छोटा हो चुका है। अभी किसी को टाइम नहीं मिलेगा कि किसी को कौन किसको रिवाइव करे। और देखो एपीजी टीडीपी अभी इसमें M4 M16 अभी यूज कर रहे हैं, स्कारल टीएस यूज कर रहा है। अभी देखो लास्ट मोमेंट है, अब एपीजी और टीएस के बीच, टीएस लास्ट में है, इसके 4 एपीजी के चारों प्लेयर जिंदा है और टीएस के 2 प्लेयर जिंदा है, तो आप समझ सकते हो कौन जीतेगा। मैं श्योर कहता हूँ इसमें एपीजी जीतेगा, और इसमें कोई, मेरे को लगता है ये हमेशा से लीड कर रहा है। पिछला भी मैच इसने जीता, अब भी जीत रहा है। जीत गया, एपीजी जीत गई, एपीजी वॉन अगेन, एपीजी वॉन। वो कौन है भाई, ये लोग इस्लाम है। बहुत अच्छा, पूरा डोमिनेट कर दिया है। एपीजी टीम इज डोमिनेटिंग, पूरा का पूरा डोमिनेट कर चुका है। पिछला मैच भी जीता था एपीजी, इस मैच में जीत गया। 4 मैच जीते, खत्म हो चुका है। 18 मैच खेलना है, आज डे 1 है, आज पूरे के पूरे 18 मैच होंगे। कितना देख रहे हो क्या सेटअप है कि सारे के सारे जो टेक्नोलॉजीज है यूज किया गया है, पंखा यूज किया गया है, कैमरा यूज किया गया है, बेस्ट हेडफोन्स यूज किया गया है, बेस्ट मोबाइल फोन यूज किया है जो स्पेशली गेमिंग फोन्स होता होगा। एपीजी अल्फा गेमिंग, एपीजी नोन एज अल्फा गेमिंग। अभी देखते हैं इनका कमेंट्री ये बोल क्या रहे हैं। Which is very interesting। ये 4 बंदे हैं जो खेल रहे हैं, क्या आप सोच सकते हो? ये ये जो ऑब्वियसली होगा, जीतेगा। 5 eliminations, ABG top, DOK, refuse और Zayog। Group green, day 1 match 4 out of 18, 1399, 1319 डैमेज किया, 6 knockouts खत्म, 2 unknockouts, APGDOK, APG refuse और EPG Zayog 2 knockouts किया है। इतने दूर से मार रहा है, देख रहे हो? वो घर पे जाना चाह रहा था, वो पिला गया। साउथ अफ्रीका जो हमारी इंडियन टीम कहाँ पे? इस मैच में इंडियन टीम का रैंक हुआ टोटल पॉइंट्स, प्लेस पॉइंट्स, थर्ड में है वो टीएस की टीम है, एफओसीएन सेकंड नंबर पे है, ईपीजी फर्स्ट नंबर पे है, पाकिस्तान से आई सी। हम लोग बहुत ही पहले ही आउट हो चुके थे। हमारी ओजी टीम 16 नंबर पे है। व्हाट हैपन? प्लेस पॉइंट 0, एलिमिनेशन 0 और टोटल पॉइंट 0। मुझे लगता है इनको इनको ग्रेनेड से आउट कर दिया गया था। ये देख लीजिए इन चारों को, इन्होंने पूरा पूरा गेम ही को डोमिनेट कर दिया। अगर ये इसी तरह जाते रहेंगे तो कोई इनके सामने टिक नहीं पाएगा। टॉप 4 फ्रैगर्स, ग्रीन स्क्रीन डे 1 5 एलिमिनेशन के साथ 3-3-3, मतलब सभी अच्छा खेल रहे थे, सभी अपना 100% दे रहे हैं, और तभी 100% दोगे तभी तो आप जीतोगे। अभी देखते हैं अभी टॉप 4 फ्रैगर्स ग्रुप डे 1 मैच 4 और आउट ऑफ 18। अभी मैच 4 खत्म हुआ है, 18 मैचेस अभी होने हैं। अभी मैच 5 चालू होगा जो कि 10-15 मिनट में चालू होगा। तो रेस्ट लेंगे सभी, थोड़ा इंट्रोडक्शन होगा, सभी से पूछा जाएगा कि क्या होगा, तो इंटरव्यू होगा और उसके बाद गेम चालू होगा। तो दोस्तों आप 10-15 मिनट तक सीट की पेटी बांध लीजिए, थोड़ा रेस्ट करके आ जाइए और देखिए क्या होता है। एपीजी पूरा टीम ही डोमिनेट कर चुकी है। कैन यू फकिंग इमेजिन, सब के सब 100% दे रहे हैं। 5 एलिमिनेशन, 3 एलिमिनेशन, 3-3-3, एक कम नहीं है 3 एलिमिनेशन या 5 एलिमिनेशन। सभी लोग 100, पिछला मैच में भी जीता था। ये लोग टॉप कर रहे हैं, पॉइंट्स में भी टॉप कर रहे हैं, एलिमिनेशन से भी टॉप कर रहे हैं, और आगे भी लगता है टॉप। इनकी तारीफ कितनी कम करो वो बहुत। हमें लगता था कि या तो चाहे वो चाइना टीम को रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे या फिर पाकिस्तान टीम को रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे, वो जीतेंगे, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है। अभी सुनते ही क्या बोल रहे हैं, ओके अभी सुनते, लेट्स लिसन व्हाट ही से। लेट्स लिसन टू हिम। हाँ, डे 1 मैच 5 चालू होने वाला है दोस्तों। आप सीट की पेटी बांध लीजिए, अभी मैच 5 शुरू होने वाला है। मैच 5 जो होगा, हाँ मैच 5 जो म्यांमार में शुरू होने वाला है। मैच 5 म्यांमार, मैच 5 में म्यांमार शुरू होने वाला है। म्यांमार में जाएंगे, 5वां मैच है, 18 मैच होने जा रहा है। पूरा एग्जॉशन हो गया था सभी लोग। अभी आप देखो, पहला मैच जो जीता था, दूसरा मैच क्यूजी जीता, तीसरा मैच एपीजी जीता, एपीजी चौथा मैच जीता है। और क्यूजी ये बहुत ही अंडरडॉग्स हैं, इनको ये समझा नहीं होगा, क्योंकि फैंस से ज़्यादा या तो इंडिया के रहेंगे, या चाइना के रहेंगे, या कोरिया के रहेंगे। लेकिन पाकिस्तान भी अच्छा खेल रही है, जो हमारा दुश्मन देश है वो भी हमारा अच्छा खेल रही है, ये डिनाई नहीं कर सकते हम लोग। अभी 5वां मैच शुरू होने वाला है, अभी तो और भी इंटरेस्टिंग होगा। आप देखो तो सही, क्रिकेट से भी ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है। चलो मैच 6 भी म्यांमार में होगा। मैच पहला जो 3 मैचेस है, जो दूसरा तीसरा चौथा इरंगल में हुआ, पांचवा छठा सातवां वो म्यांमार में होगा। म्यांमार तो पूरा डेजर्ट प्लेस है, वहाँ पे पूरा सैंड है, ना कोई पेड़ पौधा रहेगा ना घास रहेगा, आप छू भी नहीं सकते, उसमें पूरा माउंटेन रहता है और उसमें बहुत एक्टिव रहना पड़ेगा। और इसमें बेसिकली इसमें क्या है, आप ओपनली नहीं जा सकते, ओपनली जाओ तो या फिर कार से जाओ, है ना, और अलग अलग नहीं खेल सकते, अलग अलग गए तो पिलाई हो जाएगी, इसलिए आप लोगों को साथ में खेलने का बहुत जरूरत है। भाई शुरू करो यार, 47 सेकंड्स रह गए, 45 सेकंड, 44, 43, 42, 41, अभी 40-30 सेकंड में, हाफ मिनट से भी कम में मैच शुरू होने वाला है। चलो कोई बात नहीं, हमारी पीछे इंडियन टीम है वो बहुत ही पहले आउट हो गई थी, वो उनको ग्रेनेड से ही मार दिया था, तो वो टीके नहीं थे, लेकिन इस बार उम्मीद करते हैं ये अच्छा खेलेंगे। कोई बात नहीं, इस बार हमें हौसला बढ़ाना चाहिए कि फैंस तो मुझे लगता है पॉपुलेशन के हिसाब से इंडिया की ही होगी। तो 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, लेट्स बिगिन। मिनट मार है वैमोस, अभी अभी देखो अभी क्या होता है। एपीजी बहुत ही, मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, एपीजी टीम को वॉच आउट करने की जरूरत है, ये बहुत ही तगड़ी टीम है। बाकी सबसे उतना डर नहीं है मुझको, पाकिस्तान को हम लोग हरा देंगे, लेकिन ये बंदे 4 बंदे पता नहीं क्या कर रहे हैं। मैच 5 शुरू हो गया है, ग्रुप ग्रीन। चलो सभी लोगों ने इजेक्ट कर दिया है, शुरुआत में ही सभी लोगों ने रिजेक्ट कर दिया है, देख सकते हो आप स्क्रीन में, मैप में सभी लोगों ने। हमारी टीम कहाँ गई, हमारी टीम कहाँ है, लेट्स सी। चलो देखते हैं कहाँ पे है वो टीम। हमें इंडियन टीम को सपोर्ट करना है दोस्तों, अगर आपको प्रेयर में आता है तो आप प्लीज़ प्रे कीजिए इंडियन टीम के लिए कि वो जीत जाए। चारों के चारों बंदे बहुत ही हमारी कंट्री को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं, ये भी एक तरह से स्पोर्ट्स है। ओजी टीम किधर गई, देखिए ओजी टीम हमारी इंडियन टीम है, वो 6 नंबर पे है, 22 पॉइंट्स के साथ, 22 पॉइंट के साथ वो 6 नंबर पे। पाकिस्तान दूसरे नंबर पे 44 पॉइंट्स के साथ है। हम- देखिए ये हमारे 4 प्लेयर्स हैं, आप देख सकते हो राइट साइड में स्क्रीन में, आप देख सकते हो कि ये हमारे 4 प्लेयर्स हैं, काफी मन लगा के खेल रहे हैं। ये कौन है, अब मुझे लगता है जीएसआर से जो नीचे के जो टीम्स है ना, वो काफी डिफेंसिव खेलेगा, वो ज़्यादा एग्रेसिव नहीं खेलेगा, तो मुझको लगता है ये स्ट्रैटेजी हमारी टीम को भी अपनाना चाहिए। लेकिन पॉइंट से कंप्रोमाइज़ नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि पॉइंट्स अगर कम होगा तो आगे मुश्किल होगा। बहुत ही पेशेंस के साथ लोग, वेयर इज आवर टीम, ओजी टीम किधर है, हमारी टीम किधर है भाई। देखिए, देखो कैसे यहाँ पे ना घास मिलेगा ना कुछ मिलेगा, देख ऐसी भी टीम। ये पहले जाते हैं ट्रैक करते हैं कौन है कहाँ है, जब ये ट्रैक कर लेते हैं और जब पोजीशन पता चलता है कि यहाँ पे प्लेयर्स है, तब ये स्ट्रेटेजाइज करके मारना शुरू करते हैं। ये थॉमसन यूज कर रहा है, GOTTR, थॉमसन में जो सामने वाले लोग हैं जो मशीन की तरह मशीन गन है, एडवांटेज मिल जाता है, धड़ाधड़ मार देता हूँ। इस राउंड में बेसिकली जो मिला हुआ है शॉटगन, थॉमसन, यही सब मिला हुआ है। यूएमपी आपको चॉइस नहीं मिलता है कि आप क्या है, क्या बंदूक यूज कीजिएगा। यहाँ पे हर बार आपको बंदूक दिया जाता है जो कि लेट्स गो मैन, लेट्स गो मैन। GEN और GOAT ये दोनों टीम घर के अंदर सामने आमने सामने हो चुके हैं। 12वें नंबर पे गोट टीम है और GEN टीम 7वें नंबर पे है। देखो हमें जीतना तो पड़ेगा ही भाई, ये राउंड जीतना ही पड़ेगा। देयर इज नो ऑप्शन, देयर इज नो ऑप्शन। वी नीड टू मूव अप द लैडर, एटलीस्ट हम फाइनल्स में आ जाए, सेमीफाइनल्स में आ जाए। देखो सीढ़ियों के नीचे चारों, ओ अकेला बंदा था गया। गो टीम ने GN टीम को पूरा ही दफा दफा कर दिया। सर तुम बैठो तो आके बस थोड़ा देखो तो, कमेंट्री करने सकेगी? हाँ, करने सकेगी?
नहीं किया कभी।
इस बैठ जाना और ऑब्जर्व करना, ठीक है? ऑब्जर्व ये करना कि सब है, हाँ ठीक है। यही सब बात करते रहना कि कौन सा है, इंडिया की टीम है। खाली चुपचाप बैठ जाना, थोड़ा थोड़ा बोलना जाना। लो
हमको फिर गेम गेम नहीं समझ गेम ही नहीं समझ में आया। कौन वाला में इंडिया का है? साउंड थोड़ा बढ़ाओ, हम सुनेंगे। हाँ तो क्या हुआ? कुछ तो समझ में आएगा। तुम्हें तो हमको गेम नहीं समझ में आ रहा है क्या करना है।
धूप जलाओ, धूप। दिमाग में जो गोबर है ना उसका धूप जलाओ। कुछ नहीं कर रहे तुम, बात तो करो इन लोग से।
करो,
क्या हम करेंगे?
बात करो, अभी देखते क्या बात करना। वो चला रहा है तो क्या?
छोड़ो छोड़ो दे। क्या? वो जी टीम 4th नंबर पे है।
Soon as that fight started to ring out, two different teams came to third party that one real quick. Was Tianba and Papada Supermassive to shut them down, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is a great fight between Loops and Orangutan. It's relatively close. The two teams played it pretty well, I would say. And I was looking at that position thinking, hey, Papada Supermassive Blaze, that would be a really good fight to third party. And then there was also Chama, just like they want a piece of that pie. And it was very, very busy over to the west. But I like it. It's just, we don't have to take the fight yet. But if we take the fight, we're going to facilitate our transition into the later stages of this game. So it's a very good setup for the long-term vision of this match, Niptura. So actually having those two teams go for it shows to me, again, that this lobby is insanely strong at making decisions like that. They're not easy to execute, and yet they both have the same idea. So this lobby is just S+ tier, for sure.
Yeah. They're stacked. They're absolutely stacked. It's really nice to see they're proactive, which is what you need to be. For a team to be here, to be of that caliber, you've got to be proactive. And so both of them coming in at the same time, as you said, just completely showcased that. So it's really nice to see.
Yeah, and it goes to show too, man, any tiny mistake is going to get punished big time here. We saw D+ getting into the Wolves a little bit early on, right? And we saw Coops just a little further back from his team, wasn't able to get to that hill in time, and D+ end up winning that fight, Neptura. But the second that fight rings out, boom, here comes Tianba with the third party, right? I mean, how crazy are these third parties going into this stage, at least compared to what we saw in the Gauntlet?
Oh, they're night and day. I mean, we saw some third parties, but I think in the Gauntlet, it was just so much slower. Teams thought a lot more about what they wanted to do when it came to those third parties. And so far here, it's like, no, instantly, we go, we do it. Gun shooting, gun things, go, just go. That was the thing. That's what they've been doing, and it's so nice to see. You know I'm right, Max, because it's instant, and it doesn't give teams time to recover.
So team shoot gun and that good.
Yes.
And win game.
Good. Go. Yes.
This is the great analysis we have on the desk, lads. Okay, great time. But I'm actually very keen on looking at the replays because you mentioned it. Yes. Like, timing was on point for a lot of these teams. And I'm telling you, those replays, you're going to see a fight break out and another team being like, oh, yoink, my fight, my eliminations. And they take it up right away. Tianba was just a prime example doing it pretty much the entirety of this match. So Tianba, a team that has been pretty silent, Hot Jukes, but after seeing what Thunder Talk did, right, on the Gauntlet stage, it's good to see another team from China, from PL, stepping up to the plate and getting a good performance like this.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there was quite a few teams that got double-digit eliminations. I know 3 for sure, right? And Tianba just definitely proved in this match, at least when it comes to Miramar, like, if they're anywhere near you and they hear that fight going, they're coming for that third party. And that's what's so good, right? It's like day one is always a little bit of a wild card because you don't know exactly just how these teams are going to play out. I think pretty much before the day started, Max, we were kind of talking to each other, being like, hey, who's going to end up top 3 here? And I think with how we saw the Gauntlet go down, we were like, I'm not too sure. We saw teams do things differently, right? What do you think, what really stood out different from the squads coming into here to this stage and like just playing differently overall?
I don't know if Nitro would agree with me, but speed of rotations, man. The teams are so quick to take in pivotal POIs in these games instantly. And not only that, also we just saw in this match, third parties, they're so quick, teams are so aggressive and yet so focused on getting good positions under control early on. For me, that's what stands out from Gauntlet now going into this stage significantly. That would be the thing that stands out to me. Would you agree, Nep?
Yeah, I think so. It's definitely something I would agree with you on because it is right that the rotations are just so much more instant and the players themselves are also really, really mobile, individually speaking.
For sure. I'll tell you what, you got to get moving real quickly here as we can take a look at the team stats here for Go. Hey, pretty spread out overall, right? You got 2 players there with 4 eliminations. You get Kraken with 3. So a good even play style from these teams here, Mac.
very nice across the board for these players. Vic maybe getting a little bit less presence done in his games, but still getting 400 damage. Nothing to be sniffed at just yet. Definitely some good presence on the battleground. And I like how Twix was the man who constantly was going forward, trying to set up his team for success. He would get knocked every once in a while, especially on that final push near D+, Tiamba, and Papara Supermassive Blaze. But he is also a really safe position that even if he does slightly over peak and gets punished for it, guess what? Teammates just behind him. That's an easy res for him, and they're going to get back as a 4-man team. So Goat, no, definitely, I would say the perfect mix of an aggressive team, yet passive. They were just in the right spot to make sure they had presence in this lobby, but not too much presence to the point where they would get instantly punished if they go a bit too hard in a specific engagement.
That's what it's all about right here. I was kind of thinking about the drop locations, right? When it comes to this match in particular, I was looking up to La Correria. I thought we were going to possibly see APG go up there, but no, they end up going to their main drop down there in Chumacera. But it doesn't look like OG. I mean, OG has a bunch of different drop locations here in this one, right? What do you think about the different drops here? Did any team in particular really stand out to you, like going somewhere differently, Max?
Somewhat differently, no. I don't really have a big standout thing. Actually, when it comes to drops and how they rotated, I was really happy with Wolves, right? They were going for big Western rotate, trying to wrap around El Pozo / Crater Field. Didn't quite work out on the end for them. But we did have one hot drop, and that was between Goat and Genji, right, in Hacienda del Patron. That's a fight that did happen. I know, Nipchura, you were quite keen on talking about that fight. The Genji lose, and then the team that wins that fight takes the entirety of the match for Goat. So that was a massive early engagement that actually was so important.
Yeah, and it's not a hot drop that we were expecting either. So it kind of, unfortunately for every other hot drop out there, it kind of solidifies why hot drops can be impactful, because if you get a big boost of momentum from that first elimination, from that first team wipe, you can go on to win the game and just build off of that. So it worked out for them this time. I do not recommend it for other teams, because we've seen it go wrong much more often than it goes right. But for Goat, this time it did work out, and Twix gets 4 eliminations, 600 damage off of that. Looking very good, and he's the MVP, so big GG to Twix.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to kind of like hint towards right here, because, you know, we saw the graphic of where these guys could go and end up, right? One, we thought Goat could have gone to El Pozo. They could have gone down south, just north of Bartona, but instead they do that hot drop. So I wonder if that was a play from them, Neptura, right? To try and bounce back and get some points here, because they definitely needed it.
Oh, absolutely. And I think especially with Goat in the past being an aggressive team, that if they feel they've not been able to get those early fights or even just those mid-game fights, they've been going out too early for them to really do anything, it would probably help their mentality a lot just to force the fight, force the issue, because they know they can win. And they go, actually, we can do this. Let's just do it, get it out of the way, and start building from there.
I find it funny looking at the leaderboards, by the way, how APG, they had such a big point lead. They're like, oh, we can have one bad game. It's fine. Still first place. Still a massive point lead. Like 25 plus points from APG. That was just such a good day from this team. Though, Inner Circle, I'm looking. Sure, they got themselves a win, right? Only got 13 placement points, Hot Jukes. That scares me a little bit, because otherwise, outside of that one win, the placement points, they're not coming in. You need to see more consistency from the lads if you want to make sure you're going to remain in top 3 for the long term.
Yeah, because I mean, we just see like all these teams have that pop-off ability, right? Goat in particular, this team prior to this match, they were in 12th place with 16 points, right? That game alone, Neptura, jumps them all the way to 5th, right? So now they are right within that range for that top 3 position. I mean, yeah, APG has a good little point sponge, right? They got a little gap, but from there on, it's for the taking.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've been so focused on the big heavy hitters so far in this game, right? The top 3 top 3 teams, rather. We've been looking at them and talking about them again and again. It almost makes it feel like the rest of the lobby can catch up, but Goat is the exact example of actually the rest of the lobby has much more to play for. It's just the beginning. Only 5 games are done. We got 2 more days after today. There is so much they can do. The leaderboards are still so close. Is APG running away with it? A little bit, yes. But for the rest of the lobby, there's still a lot of danger zones.
A little bit, she says.
Yeah.
A little bit. Listen, it's first day,
There's
okay?
5 danger zones. Yeah, there's 5 in particular, right? You're at that bottom 5. You're going home after this one. And honestly, like, I'm pretty surprised at some of the teams we're seeing here all the way down there, right? Tianba were really good in this match with those third parties. They're currently sitting on that last spot to go home, right? 12th place. That's a place you do not want to be in, right? Another team in particular, right? I'm really surprised by is Team Reject. Seeing them all the way at the bottom, Max. I know we were talking about that earlier, right? They still haven't got things going. So I'm gonna give the answer to the question that I know you'll have, right? Okay. Is why is Team Reject not doing good? What could they do better? The answer that you're gonna say is survive, right? Because we don't even get a chance to see these guys, right? They've been going out so quick.
I mean, I could go a little bit deeper too, but like definitely, I mean, the Battle Royale point of the game is survive until end and be the last team standing, get chicken dinner. That, yeah, good description there, Arjux, thank you. But no, the whole point, right, is that we always see them in the mid to late games like 2 players and they're super split apart. I want to see them put a bigger emphasis on scouting. Before doing your rotation, find a little hilltop. No, put player up there, do a 3-1 split if you want. I don't really care how you do it. Just try and get information before making a move. I feel like they're just going in a circle completely blind. And they don't know what they're getting there into. And then, oh wait, there's an off angle we didn't check, and boom, you get eliminated. Reject, this is causing such trouble for them. This is what is putting them currently in 16th position. If they start scouting a bit more, I think they can start maybe climbing up the ranks. A little bit late, but you know what? It's still going to be good to do it in the last game today.
Well, let's see if one of these teams on the bottom are going to be able to bounce back. We got one more match left to go. Let's head on over to Miramar with Sean Allen and Blake.
The last match of the day is here, and we are ready to get into Miramar, a south side plane path from Impala to Bahia de Mar. It's going to be difficult for teams wanting to head up to the north edge and for teams wanting to head up to the north of the tables as well. It is still very, very difficult to climb that ladder. It is a greasy pole, and they will be pushed down, kicked if they try step up behind anyone else. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be fun to watch, and that's what we're here for. The plane just about making the land now. Let's see who's going to drop where. Are we going to get another hot drop in Hacienda?
I mean, this is a very difficult plane path to play around with. Does cut off a lot of the north side of the map. It's going to force out a Chumacera drop, right? For APG, maybe someone else drops on there, but for OG, they're going to drop down just south of La Bandita, which is where they're usually dropping now from now on. Wolves get to go over towards Monte Nuevo. For a couple of teams, this isn't really all that bad at all. For D+ as well, and Impala, this is absolutely fine. They get towards their drop spot nice and early and can get looted up pretty quick.
Well, try and grab as much zone as they can, get as fast as they can away from there as well. Looks like teams are extricating themselves. I'm looking at the northeast though and worried about Alter Ego. The circle pops down, so we're going to La Bendita, Los Leones, that sort of area, keeping Impala in. So D+, they're going to be able to loot fast, take position fast. Maybe this is their game to try and turn it around. And you've got OG as well, and a big split in the middle. This is what I was worried about, up to the north side. Snape's been spotted. Alter Ego maybe denied their chance to jump up to the top 3.
SKS will do the job. Some minimal gear on it. Rosemary also down to a Vector from QZZ. So not using the most conventional of weaponry, but getting it done regardless here for Tiamba. For Alter Ego, on the other hand, you're right. This probably does put a dent in their plans. They're getting top 3 here with 9Z holding onto that one in 3rd place. I think IC would like to catch up a little bit to APG. Obviously not sit even with them. I think 47 for a first day is a pretty good scoreline regardless of what happens. 75 is definitely the outlier here.
So, yeah, it's a very notable difference from the rest of the pack. Pretty monumental stuff. Papa Supermassive over at Truck Stop on the north side. We saw great things from them in the first game. They were able to get a huge elimination count, but since then, not quite as powerful. I think almost half of their points were earned, at least, in that first game.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of those points were earned pretty quickly through 28. But we're going to jump on board with Papro Supermassive because 7 has a bit to say to them.
Welcome to a quick report with the 7WG. This one, I'm joined by Kamikaze from Papara Supermassive. You guys were able to have some great performances in Rondo, 13 eliminations, and backing it up here in Miramar with 10 or more elims. What allowed for you to have such great performance in Rondo and in Miramar?
Rondo'da 13 puan aldınız, Miramar'da da 8 puan 10 puan aldınız. Bu performans nasıl oldu?
Bu performans aslında yani bizim beraber oynamamız ve uyumumuzla bağlı. O yüzden aslında çok ekstradan bir şey yaptığımız yok. Sadece normal stabil oyunumuzu oynuyoruz. Ekstradan bir şey denemiyoruz. Zaten beraber oynadığımızda da ekstradan killer geliyor yani.
So actually we didn't do much because we just playing normally as usual. It just we could execute our plans and everything. Yeah, we did good.
Okay, but let's rewind it a little bit because you did have 3 Erangel matches where you were averaging about a 9th place finish and just 0.6 eliminations, not even 1 elim per match. What happened in Erangel?
Erengel'e ne oldu? Hep sıraları 9 olarak öldünüz. Yani daha puan alamanız. Ne oldu yani?
Erangel'da aslında küçük bir hot drop'umuz var Prison tarafında. O yüzden onunla birazcık uğraştığımızdan dolayı maçlara erken rotasyon atamadık. Erken rotasyon atamadığımızdan dolayı loot'umuz falan da kötü olduğu için maçlar kötü geçti yani.
So we have actually a hotspot on the prison side on Erangel, but we put a lot of effort on that part, so we couldn't get our loot and equipment, so that's why we didn't do it properly.
Will they be looking to readjust tomorrow, especially going into Erangel?
Yarın kendinizi daha doğru oynayacak mısınız Erangel'de?
Bunu saklayalım ya. Bunu cevap veremem yani. Ne yapacağımızı ben de bilmiyorum. Yarın bakarız.
Let's keep the secret. I also don't know what we're gonna do, but yeah, you guys will see it tomorrow.
Okay, well, hey, Blank, there you go. You got your answer of what was going on there in Erangel, but I'm excited to see what this team's going to be able to do and see how close they can get to top 3.
Hey, in the meantime, Reject have been having
There you have it. I mean, it's a pretty good answer overall. And to be fair, keeping things tight to the chest is probably advisable here in internationals, but it's nice to know that something probably will change tomorrow. And it makes more sense as well, considering that there is actually a huge amount of teams that do drop over towards Prison side as well as John. And it does get a little bit intense. And Prison drop isn't always enjoyable anyway, because as we can see so far, like a lot of our circles were over towards the western side, barring that third one. And making that crossing, there's an incredible amount of teams blanketed over the central island. So you really do have to navigate a minefield. And if you're already starting a position with 1 or 2 teams surrounding you, yeah, it's tough.
Certainly does. Getting surrounded like that, it's not favorable. But maybe they'll be able to keep things going. I mean, they're definitely still in the running in a big way to jump up towards the top side. Reject, we saw their player go down during that interview. They lost 1 against Gen G on the hills to the east side of Los Leones there. And they will try and salvage that one, but they're still very close to one another. Team Secret, they're moving in to the east of La Bandita, just west of Impala as well, up towards the stunt jump across the chasm. And see how safe that will keep them there. Wolves as well moving in on that northwestern side. There are quite a few teams who are still out and about. You've got GS, you've got Falcons, 9Z, Alter Ego as well. Well, there's 2 of them left, but they are still up towards that north side, yet to make their entrance. But there's this huge glob of teams north of Los Leones, Blank, that are crammed in.
Yeah, and with the circle not being too far down towards the south, it makes sense as well why most teams are unwilling to set foot over towards Los Leones and get trapped within that cage of urban scenery. Look, he's got a bit of a life of its own there. Basketballs itself back into position. Good shot from Chips. Honestly, this guy, in terms of long range and accuracy, has been pretty astonishing, to say the least. Nice to see. Tiamba losing 1 off on the sidelines there. Deepos continue to try and marshal this eastern side of the map, which makes a lot of sense considering Deepos know that they're likely going to have to shift over towards that northwest side at some point, manage around La Bandita. Only OGs playing around there. We're waiting for Zone 2 essentially to figure out where this one's going, because where the circle sits right now, it really does require that Zone 2. In other circles, you know, there's very particular positions. I mean, if we went over towards Creative Fields and we had this kind of circle there centered up, there's a lot of high ground you can take. Here, it's very indecisive, so you're just cramming yourself towards the center-ish. Doesn't really matter where you're playing as long as it's safe and fairly central, so you can make this kind of rotation now where we're going out into very open ground. Some teams might want to favor down towards that south side on some high ground. Some teams might gamble on the north side.
They'll try and find something on that north edge, but it's not going to be the easiest when teams start to get close to one another. Tiamba actually sending into the water already. They are diverted from DK, and they are not going to try and move past and around it. Ooh, APG. Okay, they're back to play. They lost out in the first Miramar. They want to make up for lost time. They'll find Apollo. I think wasn't it Apollo that they crashed into in the last game and he 2v1'd them? That's a little bit of a revenge from that shack. They will be able to take him down. Flush very quickly from Zyol, and they're not even going to waste any time picking through the remains. They will send on in a little bit closer.
Yeah, I mean, you saw that, right? Zyol flicking into the second seat and instantaneously flushing, but then also almost immediately back in the driver's seat. That was very quick.
Yeah, it was slick with it.
Yeah, style points there accrued for him. Yeah, Reject definitely losing a lot out here. Let's see, there was definitely a little bit of the rising sun over the past years for Reject and Japan, but back to their old antics again of sort of being on the bottom of the leaderboards, which is sad to see. A lot of their players got loaned out internationally, and it's been here and there, but Reject has always been a constant force here in the internationals, so there is consistency from a singular org anyway.
Yeah, they're always willing to welcome them back, which is beautiful to see. You got to love it. You got to support it, I think. With the circle as it sits, though, they aren't going to be having too good of a shout into this one on their record. APG making the dash in towards the middle here. They stop off in the garage there. A couple of repairs may be necessary as Team Secret weren't able to isolate this one. Actually, Team Secret are split 2 and 2 around this APG position now.
I wonder how they're going to really assault this. I mean, APG have a very central spot to play around. Very much designed for stage 3, stage 4 in terms of those rotations, but you're going to be very vigilant when holding on to this location. Maintaining good outlook. Scouting. Definitely up towards that north side, because that's where most of their vision is. OG, on the other hand, is back to basics for them, taking this 2-2 split that we've seen them take before. Again, that is the gamble play, and from the position they were in, sort of makes sense. But with it moving down here, life gets very tough for many different teams, because you have a little bit of Los Leones cut in down towards the southwest side. You've got all this field, which you really don't want to be playing in anyway on the northeast. You've got the rocky outcrops on the southeast. This is a very difficult circle to play with kind of minimal strong spots in it.
Yeah, it is very open, very barren. We'll see who's going to be able to claim the minimal areas available. Loops taking a bit of a hit there on the sidelines. Falcons, they are already down to... Oh, no, wait, no, they do have all 4 of their players alive, but that might change. If he connects on the spray, but he can't quite do it. The first is good, and there's the step up. There's the backup coming through for Loops, but their players are falling as well. Ralph now needed to keep things under control for the Falcons to keep them going. They do have another player on an off angle, but he's nowhere near enough to go for these pickups. Instead, it is up to Ralph to be vigilant over his teammates. The blue zone is here. It's stage 3, so it's survivable. But for how much longer? A big nade, and he finds it. That's exactly what he needed. Ralph clocks him.
Dude, for Vitinho, that sucks, man. The nade bounce on that one, you can see him trying to dodge it, but it bounces to the side down the hill. But we'll play from Rafina, being able to get that shot over towards Falcons Ralph as he tried to make the push out, which was sort of the obvious move that Ralph was going to go for. But again, to take that time to go for that, where it's just one player that you're dealing with as sort of the backup plan, you know, the emergency maneuver, you know, all
aspects of that fight were thought out there by Loops, which is great.
GS in the longhouse with the nades flowing through. The D+. Wanted to try and keep this one going. They are 3, but they've got 4 players alive total. It's only 3 in this location, though. GS wanted to counter push here. They're moving up close, but a nice bounce around the corner. Comes in from Nolbu. Down from the dumpster, rises from the dirt, and able to step up. That's go time, but maybe they're a little bit overzealous. And GS are going to be able to hold on the inside. They do have more players, but Osal's still on the swivel. He wants a little bit more. It's trading back and forth, and this is way muckier than you thought it might be. Given an initial double knock with a nade, it's a 1v1. Fabian and D3S and Alter Ego are jumping in.
Where is Chips, though? Why is Chips all the way on the east there? Why did the rest of D+ engage without him? Alter Ego looking to clean house, though, on the long house. And again, Alter Ego's kind of surprised why Chips is taking shots from him at that distance. They're like, is that a 4th team in this area? What's going on here?
APG have angles on it too. Top through the garage. Gonna take some sightlines out that way. Very happy with this north point. Circle goes south, so this compound, this longhouse, really wasn't worth it in the long run. For neither of these two teams are going to be happy with it. Team Secret wish they'd regrouped south earlier as well. Otherwise they might still be as 4. But on the south edge, Reject are pretty happy. In the meantime, Krypton though, they are lining down the shots with that DBS down the corridor, and they're trapped in this fight too, Blank. There are still representatives coming through from all 3 of these teams.
Yeah, this is a confusing fight, to say the least. Nade just swings wide of the window there, will bounce back out again, but he's fully smoked up. Not a lot of angles inwards. Top continues to send a couple of shots down range for the Mini 14. Fair enough, he's got 216 shots in the back pocket. Find any shots where you can. Definitely making it uncomfortable right now for GS. In comes Tiamba, the 5th team to join the fray. Good nade from Alpha, though, to ESO on the bottom of the stairs. This is interesting.
Yeah, that is not good there as he gets up the stairs finally. It's all up to Jafar, but no, he's spotted as well. Alter Ego pick up the points. Alva and Krypton locked in by, as you say, Tiamba, this extra team who's still joining this fight from that northeast side. Wolves taking the spray. This is all the way on the west side now. They take the sprays onto Loops' approach. The Wolves seem to keep getting into these positions of seeming strength and just not quite able to convert. Time and time again, they have suffered. Maybe they can do something with this west side position this time.
And see, Tiamba moves in. Alva first to face here versus Bond. QCC on the outside. Good initial shot there. No flush yet, so down to just Krypton in the 1v2. These smokes are still massively obscuring the entire APG dealing with Team Secret in the meantime. But medkit entirely for Bond too, so that's gonna be very good. Krypton at half HP. This is a hard fight for him to win now.
DBS, that's the weapon you want. Try and win those trades. Actually managed to get around that door frame. I thought that might go a little bit worse for him. Has got 4 first aids, so can heal up a little bit more effectively. The nades are starting to run bare as well for Tiamba, but it's not going to matter because that one connects. And Alter Ego go down. They are up in 3rd place. But can NiceZ take that spot back from them?
Yeah, it's great that... So APG playing Longhouse. Okay.
Keeping things going. I mean, this is where APG wanted to be. After that pass to Miramar, they really did need to try to keep things together. 5 elims found, and they are already looking to try and chase down that top spot. Century might be out of the question. That would need, what was it, 25-point game total? I mean, a 15 elim chicken dinner, it's quite possible, especially getting 5 elims early, but I'm not sure about it. I don't think APG can make this one happen.
I don't know. 15 elims is not out of the world, to be honest. I don't think it's out of the question. They've already found 5.
day. They already, what was it that Kara were able to get in a single day? They're already right neck and neck with them, right? It's very, very close to see if they can break that record. So we'll see just how far they can go.
Yeah, that's a 4-man from the east side. I think it is certainly a possible game to play out and get a strong result off the back of this. There's a fair few more teams that they can try and pull away. Again, I think statistically, yeah, it's a very difficult thing to pull off the 100 points here. But just looking at this game, from the position they're in, with the amount of players they have, with the loot that they seem to have garnered, there's a good chance.
Certainly is. A pretty well. There's a chance, right? There is a chance, but there's plenty of teams still that could get in their way. Papara Supermassive going for a wide flank out, trying to make their way forwards. They have been in open ground for a while now. This approach is just going to be so peppered with danger. APG taking shots, OG taking shots as well from their corner position, and there goes Trombi down with the headshot he's found, and will be knocked out in the open. I don't think Papara Supermassive are going too much further here. They have got 2 players all the way up on the north side, so maybe they can crash in somewhere, but I think it's OG or nothing, really. Go for that crash, and it seems like that's what they'll do.
Supermassive looking for it. They've got shots coming out from the sidelines there from Kamikaze. Nico goes down though, lost on the sidelines, has to pull out something massive here. AKOP can't make it happen, and OG will fall versus the push from Papara Supermassive.
A brilliant a necessary approach and a brilliant conclusion for Papara Supermassive. They, by rights, should probably have all gone down there, but OG just quite couldn't get them on the approach in the way that they needed to. And that's going to allow 2 players from Papara Supermassive to survive. The 3rd player is all the way out in the open. We saw Trombi get knocked earlier, and it's so unlikely that he is able to crawl all the way across. The knocks still come on in thick and fast as well. Tiamba may be looking to crash that same spot. We'll see if they end up getting there.
Please, Doc. It's not necessary. It really isn't necessary. They will pick up the point from the play zone there for the knock they got earlier versus Papara Supermassive, which is pretty cool as well. Very small angle to grab there from Reefus, but the team shot onto the vehicle to get him to slowly step back into Reefus' sidelines. It's quite nice.
9Z taking shots out towards Papara Supermassive. Trying to get rid of him. Trying to assuage the threat, or well, not really that much of a threat on that north side. Moving in for the next circle. Let's see where it goes. Is it going to go down to the south, or are we going to get pushed up towards Papara Supermassive? It's kind of dead center here. And the buildings that Reject sit on, going to be probably the main target for Gen G. Either that or play the hilltops that sit to the east of them.
Yeah, I mean, where Reject's currently playing is a little bit on the low ground there, and I think you could probably wrap around the backside, but you're right, for Gen G, it's like, that's a good springboard of an area to play from for them. Wolves also getting a little bit further into the late game here. I just find that spot a little bit awkward for Reject, where it's not the greatest of sightlines to play from. Some of these high grounds that currently Wolves have are nice, if they were remaining in the circle, that is.
I mean, you'd love it, right? If you still have those high grounds, but if you get clocked like that, Batten gonna need a rescue mission sent out his way. 9Z might even have the angle to go for the flush. Coops on a rescue mission now. And Igor also going to have to start to move in for them, as 9Z likely to be pushing up this way too. Either that or into inner circle.
Yeah, inner circle looking to try and get some more points at the end of the day here. If they can get 60 points, they're looking really clean to get in towards that top 3 and confirm their position towards the finals. Tiamba looking to move forward here versus Papara Supermassive. Nico just spraying forward there. Will find him. QZZ off in the distance, but it is 9Z who do rock up to the party, looking to clear out as many teams as possible on this north side. Similar ideas right now to APG. One will fall on the back line for 9Z. Not ideal.
Ooh. One more player for Lost to deal with DBS. He turns the corner. First tag is on. There's the off-angle shots though, and it's actually in a circle to take out Papara Supermassive to close out their day, and a nade from 9Z seals the deal on that shack out in the open. The hay bales provided no cover in the end for anyone who stepped up to them. Now we're down to 8 teams remaining. The placement points are here. Let's see how far our teams can go from the top of those rocks. The Wolves still dominate on the high ground, but Reyes able to strike from below.
Yeah, lovely shot from Reyes there. Should keep them safe for a little bit while longer. Again, really they just need to hold up for the next 50 seconds because in all likelihood, this moves away from inner circle of Wolves, and both those teams need to descend from that high ground that has been causing a lot of these fights to fester, where teams can't really fight one another because of these off angles, these high ground positions that are still remaining in the lobby, which is why it has been a little bit slow here for a lot of teams. A lot of teams looking just to stay hidden under the cover of ridge sides. Igor has to move out though, but again, Doran's really clean on this one. Unfortunately for Igor's, it will be Regiosio to find that angle, and Doran goes down too. This always had to happen at some point. I was concerned of when it was going to happen. They tried to jump the gun here, which I respect personally. You don't really want to be going for it as the circle shifts away from you, because then so many teams are going to be looking at that spot.
There's the shift in. Comes through. It's not really favoring anyone. I mean, maybe Goat's position on the roadside, but it's kind of nasty out here. It's a very difficult approach. Wolves actually managing to get the res out onto Doran. It's just Igor who remains down in the doldrums. But the Wolves are still taking shots. Coops loves to stay up on these high grounds as long as possible. It's what he lives and breathes for, seemingly. And he is able to get some value out of it this time. Full on the stims, dropping down to the lower a bit before because APG had his number.
Yeah, APG is just going to remain on this north side. I think what they're trying to do is cut off 9Z as they approach the circle, because they have to come over this ridge side just a little bit. Circle just pushes them out of position there. And then APG can start to worry about pushing down towards the south, but this is their main problem. The team that's in their path is 9Z, but looks like they're actually just going to give it up here and look to try and take pole position down towards the southeast side.
Ooh, that was nasty. Divine wanted to run out. He decided against it. Oh God, bad nade. Regiosio has to back off that and actually takes a lot of damage off himself. Claws up into the window. The Molotov there going to slow his approach down. The nade bobbles out. Does do damage, but not much more than that. Gen G looking to close this down. Unlikely for a third party, given that this is outside the next zone. Dami moves up. He's already low as well. Regi dropping a smoke by that window. Dropping the Molotov. Dropping the fire as he hops out the window. Trying to give him the slip. Trying to give him a runaround, trying to channel Jafar from the gauntlet stage. We'll see if he can do it, but he's already taking damage. Tries to run off down the ridgeline, and I think that's going to be the give-up sign for him. Will get sprayed down, and it's reject out. They are eliminated, and they will be locking in 15th place at the end of the day. The question is, how far can APG go here?
Well, they get another. I see though, look over towards 9Z. Like I said, they had to crest this ridge side, and eventually it's going to become problematic. I think at this point in time, I think you could probably say that, yeah, for APG, it's getting very difficult now to get the 100 points. The amount of eliminations left in the lobby is certainly dwindling away, but a good initial start here versus IC is good.
I mean, they have 9 elims, blank. They need 15, which means they need 6 more than they've got right now. They are available, right? But it all relies on them taking the fights rather than the other two teams. And you've got to think that Gen G want to get stuck into this to allow themselves to move further south. T24 going to be the major face against them right now, keeping them penned into their shack. But if APG can take these shots as well, they might be able to get the flushes too. We'll see if they're able to close this game down. At the moment, they do have one of the better approaches to the circle, I think.
Oh, I mean, I was saying it before, just let you know.
It's not happening. Surely not.
I mean, Zol's got a strong position here. APG, the big difficulty is when it starts to move away from them. They really need to get a lot of value out of stage 8 right now before we hit stage 9. They can't really be going into it with these two teams being at full force. That's where it gets really tough for them. I don't think they have a massive amount of utility to work with here. They do have both sides of the road, which is good, which is something that can't be said for IC.
Definitely not. In a circle, do not have an outpost there. Gen.G do, but the road crossing is still going to be very, very difficult. They are going to go for it. Oh, sorry, hang on a minute. Yeah, they have just fully gone for it. They are already on the other side. Top is preoccupied with getting these elims on the north side. There's already a knock sent over towards Inner Circle. Desperately looking for that res as the next zone will start to close fairly soon. Stage 8 will touch, and then we'll go dead center. And because Gen.G have moved, exactly where they are is the middle of the circle blank on their roadside. They have managed to find this ridge, and APG have let it happen.
Yeah, I mean, they were a little preoccupied with IC there, to be honest with you. And it all comes down to this. This is going to be a messy endgame here now for all the teams involved. And I do think it is quite hard for APG. I think Gen.G makes a pretty astute decision for this one. And APG's made the enemy of two significant teams here. Doc makes the run out. It will be some shots going backwards, but not before Doc is taken down. He attempted to get up towards the loot crate, which was the smart choice.
Tries to use that as cover, but Top now is knocked as well as IQ starting to put the pert down on them. Zyol's the next, and Gen.G are taking their turn at the top dogs, and they're looking for more as well. Adding these points in, I think at this stage, it's very unlikely of making the century. They might still find the chicken dinner if they're lucky. We'll see what they can do on a third party, because that's the angle they were looking for. Doc able to find one. Falak that goes down as well. Reefus falls next, and Doc's still going with a blue zone at his back. He's still on his belt buckle, taking those shots. He wants this blood spill.
I mean, IC may have ruined the day, but I think APG might have just ruined theirs here. All things said, though, 9 elims. We wanted to see a good Inner Circle game towards the end here, and we have certainly got it. IQ goes down as Gen.G continues to march forwards towards them.
Inner Circle. They've had a pretty decent result over today. Some missteps maybe in the middle, but they want to claim that second place spot and make it a little bit more theirs. Unfortunately, Gen.G have something to say, but look at that. Noki able to find one. Satan traded on towards Claws, not quite able to connect on the spray downs, but finally it's into a 1 versus 2, and they will start to step up around the rock. Gen.G, don't let it slip away. And it's Inner Circle to crumble in the face of them. Gen.G rising to the top.
Yeah, good stuff there from Gen.G. I was a little bit concerned about those sprays at the end there coming through. They didn't look... I don't know how to put it, but either way, it is a good win for Gen.G. They'll be happy with it. I think that rotation off towards the east side was smart and regrouping as the 4-man. APG almost had the chance, but they have certainly broke the day record at least, which is something to celebrate here for that team.
Absolutely. It's a lovely result. You can see pretty elated stuff there coming through from Gen.G. They are certainly going to breathe a sigh of relief, right? 2 more days to play. We'll see how much further they can go. They're being ushered in for the winning shot, making sure that they have got their necessary media presence felt by our cameras, of course. They've got to line up. They've got to make themselves look pretty, get gussied up as they all huddle in. A really interesting close down, I think, on that day, on that game. APG, it felt like they allowed Gen.G to get in, but Gen.G definitely took a good decision, and they made the most of it. A brilliant result. Let's head over to the analyst desk to break down the game and the day.
Next battle, I'm about to go bigger and better. If I ever lose, set it on faster than ever. If I ever lose, set it on bigger and better. Hitting all the goals I can. Bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm going to the maximum. I'm bigger, bolder, faster.
Gen.G get the chicken dinner right here, and it all starts with this play. Claws with a huge nade onto IQ, able to injure them and then just take advantage of it. Look at that right there. That is how you do it, Neptura. Gen.G really needed.
They sure did. We've seen very, if anything, from them, right? Just managing to stay in that top 10 but this is the win that's going to put them firmly on the map now. I love how they played this. I think all three teams that were playing this ridge, it's such a difficult valley to play. They all played it very well, but Gen G just able to take advantage of those stakes, those little fights, and really do what they need to do to secure the win. And I'm gonna say it, Max, I don't mind that one of those players actually pushed into the valley to grab that off angle. He did get knocked too far up the hill. Off angle, it was really risky, but I think it really paid off and helped them win.
It was a good position. I like the idea behind it, Niptura, but if you just have a little bit of a smoke, you know, a bit of utility to back up that play, I think it instantly makes it way safer to execute that off-angle position you're talking about next to that ridge on the side of the road. Unfortunately, APG survived way longer than I think anyone expected at the end of this game because they were just getting battered by not only just Gen G, but also Inner Circle, so they were really having a tough time. But yet, still, it doesn't matter. They were able to successfully transition over the road, and I think IQ in particular, you said it there, Hot Jukes, the fact they get rid of IQ with that nade was just so pivotal to wrap up that win, and good to see then. Mina here, again, doing well. We got, of course, R8 dominating the gauntlet, Hot Jukes, and now Gen G with a win to wrap up day one of Group Green. It's nice to see from this region.
Oh yeah, and it couldn't have happened at a better time right there. You love to see Gen G being able to pull one out. They were, I believe, right there at the bottom, 11th place before this match here. So that's going to definitely put them in a good position going into day number 2. But man, I got to tell you what, the dominating squad today, it's got to be Alpha Gaming, man. And you're right, so difficult to take down, Max, man. That lay down from top at the end, right, to get that knock, even though he wasn't able to make it out of there alive, was disgusting.
He was on the road. He had nothing around
open.
And he's thrown he's just easy pickings. And then he just gets the most insane 1v1 spray down. That was crazy. But yeah, some of these fights have been just ludicrously good in Iptra throughout the entirety of this final game. Noble, we didn't even see, I think, for a second, but he had a crazy nade bounce against a window frame into a double knock on GS team. Bro, Noble needs to be stopped. This guy is just cracked.
Yeah, he is. I mean, we've known him before as the Shotgun King. Now, he's given Doc a run for his money with these nades as well. So, you know, the rest of the lobby better watch out. Noble is evolving, and we love to see it. We also love to see this. I think this final end zone was just so interesting, right, Max? Because you had Wolves up on the cliff, you had Icy right below them, you had 9Z up on the north side, up in the fields like that. It was just some crazy plays, some crazy positions, and some crazy rotations as well.
Crazy rotations indeed. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Look at these shifts here, Max.
Yeah, I was going to look at this one. I was just, okay, the drop location's pretty normal. Nothing big happens here. A lot of teams like APG are going to be going through Los Leones, actually picking early eliminations onto rejects. The Inner Circle, hugging the lower side of these cliffs next to Wolves was the right position to play because it just keeps them safe. No southern teams are going to be causing any issues for you. And then over to the eastern side, we see Alter Ego, and this needs to be pointed out very heavily here, Niptra. They were a duo and a third-party team. A big fight happening to the east as a duo. They popped off. They got so many elims. I think it was 7, if I'm not mistaken. That as a duo, that is a crazy amount of just confidence to see for that team.
Isn't it just? I love seeing that though, because it's like, listen, they've had a pretty good day so far today. They were able, even though, you know, they lose half of their players early, it's not the game that they're wanting, but like, no, we could still do this because we have skill and we have points on our side, and 7 eliminations just as a duo. I love when a team can frag out like that and go, we don't care that we're a duo, we're still gonna do it, and they have the timing and the skill to back it up. It's so much fun to watch because that can actually just upend the entire game because of those 2 people who just run through multiple teams. It's great fun to see. The match rankings, Gen G with 20 points. I wonder where that's going to put them in the overalls though, because as we were saying, right, they are just squeaking into the top 10, but those points are still so close, James. Yeah, they're getting closer and closer there towards the top. And yeah, I just got to, you know, really harp on that play there from Alter Ego. As a duo, still third-partying GS and getting the better of them is crazy. That just goes to show like how much different the group stage is from the gauntlet, because, you know, a fight is just ending and you're like, all right, third party could be coming, and you know what, a duo is going to make it happen here. But you know, at the end of the day, Gen G Claws ends up on top there with 4 eliminations, Max, man, and one of them was huge with that big nade. But look at the leaderboards. Wow, APG set a new record here for the PMGC Grand Finals with 90 points in a single day.
The APG prank, it's over. It has ended. The chapter is closed now. It's going to be the APG era of domination. And very happy to see, of course, them getting 90 points on the day with those 2 chicken dinners. Absolute bangers here. Same for Inner Circle, right? Of course, Inner Circle is or you get some of the best gameplay ever and they just dominate the lobby Neptura, or they just completely mess up big time and they're just not even involved in the top of the leaderboards. It's good to see we got that first option here for Inner Circle. Very happy about it.
Yeah, very, very nice indeed. And it's usually very hot and cold with them. It's nice to see that even though... Whoa, hang on a second. I just noticed that 4,200... Top, you're insane. You're actually insane. That's the biggest daily MVP stats we've seen so far, for sure.
Mini 14.
More eliminations.
Yep.
That is more eliminations than the Falcons got as a team, guys. Today.
Why you gotta do them like that?
No, don't do this to me.
What?
No.
We'll do that to Neptura. She's also a super big Falcons fan. That's true, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what, man? We gotta hear from this man. Top absolutely crushed it today. Let's go ahead and make sure that we get 7WG down there to talk to this man, because 22 eliminations, 4,279 damage is just insane.
And just like that, day 1 of Group Green has finished, and boy, what an insane performance from APG. In the gauntlet, they were able to get 83 points. Today alone, this squad was able to get 90 points. I have the MVP of the day with me, Top. Top, what was the biggest, it looked like a completely different team. I'm almost speechless. What was the biggest adjustments that you guys were able to do from the gauntlet to Group Green?
Top. Өнөөдрийн танд чи болохоор MVP боллоо. Танай багийн хувьд болохоор Gauntlet Stage-с нааша Group Green-д орж ирэхдээ яг ямар хуудуу тактикийг сольсон бэ?
За манай багийн хувьд гэх юм бол Gauntlet-ийг ер нь гайгүй орж хаа гэж бодоод жоох хайг тоглосон байж магадгүй. Тэгээд одоо Green Group-д ороод ерөнхийдөө гаргаж ирсэн алдаануудаа засаад тэгээд
From our team, I believe that in the Gauntlet stage, we were way too overconfident in ourselves, and on the Group Green, we are only thinking about fixing our problem and playing the best we can.
That's fair. Many have considered Group Green to be the group of death. Besides from APG, because of you guys, the way you're currently performing, what do you think is the biggest threat in this group in regards to some of these teams?
За, маш олон хүмүүс болохоор Group Green-ийг ингээ тэ өхлийн зоон буюу Dead of Group гэж ярьж байгаа. Гэхдээ ингээд танай багийн хувьд бусад багуудаас ингээд ял баг нь хамгийн хүчтэй өрсөлдөгч гэж бодож байна вэ?
За, Green Group-ийн хувьд гэх юм бол ерөнхийдөө яг нэр цохож хэлэхэд айгүй хэцүү болцсон л доо. Ерөнхийдөө сүүлийн жилүүд тэгээд ер нь л бүх багууд боломжтой шүү дээ. Тийм доогоор байгаа багууд ч гэсэн ер нь гараад ирэх боломжтой. Тийм болохоор яг нэр цохож хэлэх баг бол байхгүй наа.
In the Group Green, it's really hard to choose any team because every team has improved so much in this last few years. So I cannot really predict which team is the highest threat for us.
I mean, that's fair. That's why many consider this to be the group of death. Now, it's good to see you being the MVP again at this stage. I'm hoping that that's going to continue on. What do you have to do to make sure that you put yourself and your team in the best position to continue to put up performances like this?
За, ингээд чамайг буцаад MVP дээр гарч ирэхийг харахад сайхан байна. За, тэгээд өөрийнхөө зүгээс яг энэ хэмжээндээ доктортой байхын тулд өөр юуг хийж, юуг илэрхийлэх ёстой вэ гэж бодож байна вэ?
За, ерөнхийдөө яг онол тусалттай бас хэцүү жилүүдийг яг ингээд туулаад гарч ирж байна. Тэгээд бас яг юу ч болоогүй байхад бас нэг амар юм яриад амаргүй байна. Тэгээд ямар ч хэсэн тэмцээнээ дуустал чадхаараа хичээнэ л гэж.
Last few years has been high and low for me. And before anything finishes, I don't really want to say anything. And I just want to focus on finishing this job as I started.
I mean, that's fair, and I'm hoping that's going to continue on with the performance you guys are currently putting on. it's looking like you guys are going to be going to the finals. I'm hoping that that's going to be the case. Even though you don't have red hair right now, you're currently performing like top with red hair. Now, don't forget, tomorrow is going to be day 2. The first 3 at the moment are APG, Inner Circle, and 9C Global. And let's see if anybody can catch them or if they're just going to run away with it.
I love the start of that interview because Seven was just like, what's the biggest everything? Because I mean, this team looks completely different. I love hearing from Top there, especially he was like, you know what? I don't want to say anything. I'm gonna let my performance speak for itself. And dang, did it speak for itself today, Max?
I mean, yeah, it felt like he was the main character of Jujutsu Kaisen. Domain expansion, mini 14 of doom, and he just absolutely obliterates everyone in a 400-meter radius. The guy's MVP contender. He did it once in the past for PMGC. Maybe he can do it once again here for 2025.
Think they can here tomorrow, Deptura?
Oh, absolutely. The way they've started, there is no slowing down. Their team synergy, they got it together. They're ready to go for tomorrow, Jukes.
Oh man, well they're gonna be sitting really pretty going into tomorrow. Because as a matter of fact, doing the math here, they are currently with 90 points on top. Okay, remember 4th place. Those are teams that are not gonna go to the grand finals. That 4th place team had 46. That's a 44-point difference, guys. That's right. So that 4th place team needs to double their performance from day 1 just to be able to make it. At this point, do you think anybody could catch APG, even with the lead like this, Max?
APG, no, but top 3, I would say yes. APG right now, they're just looking too comfortable at the top. Podrix is hard to catch up.
I have to agree
well,
with
you know
Max here
what?
on this
Yeah.
one.
Let's see if it can happen. You know what? That's it for today, guys. We will catch you guys tomorrow for some more PUBG Mobile Global Championship action.
There's a fire in my heart, yeah, it burns for the game we play. Now I rise and take my turn to be born again for this day. I know they're waiting for me now to win it all. I hear my name cried in the crowd. They call, fighting through all of the pain. I'll never fall, risking everything I have to stand up tall. Now my flames burn bright and my head's held high. Oh, can't knock me down. No, my fears are buried down tonight, and I dried my eyes 'cause I'm a fighter, won't ever back down 'cause I'm breathing fire. Oh, yeah, I'm breathing fire. Now it's all their eyes on me. It's my time to make history. For my brothers I will bleed and bring home all the glory. I know they're waiting for me now to win it all. I hear my name cried in the crowd. They call, there is only one way I can survive. Fight.
स्टार के पास ही है ना राइट्स, तो आई हैव सीन अदर सेलिब्रेशंस बट दिस पर्टिकुलर फुटेज आई हैव नेवर सीन बिफोर.
ये इमोशंस की लहर नहीं है विराट, ये सुनामी है, राइट? दिस इज इन मेनी वेज बैटिंग का आपके इस खूबसूरत करियर का इन मेनी वेज द पिनिकल.
I mean, yeah, you can say that. If you look at all these moments, just the emotion. I've played with Rohit for a long period of time, and I have not seen him express so much in many moments. So I think it was, मतलब naturally हुआ सबके लिए, you know, because जो मैंने पहले भी बोला है, halfway stage of the game, I felt like I was spiraling down even further. In terms of my confidence and what I wanted to do, it was completely the opposite thing. तो वहाँ से situation बिल्कुल पलट जाना, उसके बाद ऐसा match firstly to go down to the wire, and then just for us to be able to cross the line in that fashion in front of so many people. एक माहौल था, एक environment था, उसके बाद मेरा भी जो celebration था, it just happened very naturally. The energy in the stadium was something that, you know, was magical. The only other time I probably felt it was in Wankhede in the finals of the World Cup. So yeah, it was amazing.
It's a magical night. What we will do is, मतलब, sit down, relax, as we decode one of the greatest T20 games, not one. अब तक के लिए, हम सब के लिए, this is the greatest T20 match. हमने बहुत इंटरव्यूज किए हैं और सबकी एक थीम हमेशा रही है दैट यू सेड कि जिस दिन मैच होता है, मैं जब उठता हूं, मेरा सिर्फ एक गोल है कि इंडिया को जिताना है. लेकिन ये मैच सिर्फ एक आम मैच था नहीं. 1 लाख से ज्यादा लोग MCG पे होंगे. दिस वाज़न्ट जस्ट अनदर गेम. जितने भी प्रेप हो, वो रात ना थोड़ी सी बेचैनी रहती है. क्या विराट कोहली इंसान है? 20 सेकंड की रात कैसी गुजरी थी?
यार वेरी ऑनेस्टली, अगर मैं जिस तरीके के फेज के बाद मैंने वापस खेलना शुरू किया, अगर मैं उस फेज से बाहर निकल के नहीं आता इस गेम में, तो आई कैन से दैट आई वुड हैव फेल्ट एग्जैक्टली लाइक व्हाट यू आर सेइंग. बट द फैक्ट दैट मैं जब एशिया कप खेलने आया था वापस, एंड जिस स्पेस में मैं था, जिस बबल में आप बोल सकते हैं मैं था, वो एक बहुत ही कंटेंट से भरा हुआ स्पेस था. मतलब कि मुझे कोई डेस्परेशन नहीं थी किसी भी तरीके की. तो मुझे पहले की तरह घबराहट नहीं फील हुई। मुझे सिर्फ ये खुशी थी कि मैं इतने बड़े ओकेजन में दोबारा पार्टिसिपेट करने का मुझे मौका मिल रहा है। और मुझे बहुत चीज़ें याद आई, बीच में कोविड हुआ था, फैंस नहीं थे स्टेडियम में, बहुत सारी चीज़ें मुझे फील हुई मैच से एक दिन पहले कि ये कितनी बड़ी एक अपॉर्चुनिटी, ब्लेसिंग, आप कुछ भी बोल सकते हो, सबके लिए है, ना सिर्फ प्लेयर्स के लिए बट फैंस के लिए भी। जो ये मोमेंट्स हैं, जो ये मेमोरीज हैं, वो तभी क्रिएट हो सकती हैं जब ऐसा माहौल हो। और माहौल बनता है प्लेयर्स से, ऐसे तरीके की गेम से, और सबसे ज़रूरी फैंस के आने से स्टेडियम में। अगर उस दिन 90,000 लोग नहीं होते तो इसकी कोई सिग्निफिकेंस नहीं होती मेरे हिसाब से, क्योंकि लोगों की एनर्जी से ही ये गेम मोर देन अ गेम बन जाती है। मेरा दिन मैच से पहले तो बहुत नॉर्मल दिन था। मैंने आई थिंक इट वाज ऑप्शनल प्रैक्टिस सेशन और मैं नहीं गया था। उससे एक दिन पहले मैंने प्रैक्टिस अपनी ख़त्म कर ली थी। तो मेरा ये प्रेपरेशन पर्सपेक्टिव से बहुत क्लियर था मैं कि आई जस्ट वांट टू बी अवे फ्रॉम द गेम। ऑल्सो बिकॉज मैच के 3 दिन पहले तक माहौल अलग था होटल में, और जैसे मैच क्लोज आया तो जितने लोग आ गए वहाँ पे और थिंग्स बिकेम वेरी हेक्टिक। सो आई ट्राई टू स्टे इन एंड जस्ट स्टे इन माई स्पेस। नहीं तो कांस्टेंट आपको वो चीज़ फीडबैक मिलता रहे कि जीतना है, करना है, ये वो। बारिश की भी अनसर्टेनिटी थी, आपको याद होगा, इट वाज शोइंग 90% द होल टाइम टिल द नाइट बिफोर द गेम। मेरे को कभी ऐसा नहीं लगा कि मैच नहीं होगा, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट विद यू। मुझे लगा था ठीक है, अगर थोड़ा छोटा मैच हो जाए वो पॉसिबिलिटी है, बट ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि मैच ना हो। मुझे आई डोंट नो, आई हैड अ स्ट्रेंज फीलिंग अबाउट दिस। आई विल टेल यू समथिंग फ्रॉम माय पर्सपेक्टिव। जो चीज़ें मैं लुक फॉरवर्ड करता हूँ ना, वो है कि आप रेडी हुए, वो रेडी होते हुए आप अपने इमोशंस को, अपनी फीलिंग्स को कैसे हैंडल कर पा रहे हैं, वो मेरे लिए बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ है। तो मैं उसकी अवेयरनेस बहुत रखता हूँ मैच से पहले।
बट आज वी एक्चुअली ब्रोकन डाउन एवरी सिंगल एलिमेंट, तो इन सब एलिमेंट्स में जाएंगे ना। दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस इंटरव्यू दैट वी ट्राइंग टू कैप्चर। तो मॉर्निंग की बात होगी, यू सेड नॉर्मल मॉर्निंग। वीड लाइक टू नो, क्योंकि शाम को 6 बजे की स्टार्ट, तो 3-3.5 ग्राउंड से जाना था। हम जितना जानते हैं विराट को, ही इज एन अर्ली राइजर, ऑलमोस्ट एवरीवन हैज डिफरेंट रूटीन। सो व्हाट वाज इट, याद है कितने बजे उठ के? बिकॉज बहुत घंटे हैं बिफोर द मैच, ओनली फॉर यू एंड योर थॉट्स।
कुछ नहीं, आई वोक अप नॉर्मली, आई थिंक 7:38 if I remember correctly. By 11:30 I was out. I woke up at 7:30 or 8. Pretty normal morning. I mean, जो मैं regularly
any strengthening on match days, कोई routine?
No, not at that time. उस time पे नहीं. I did actually coincide, मतलब surprisingly I was getting into a routine before every game. मैं जिम में जाता था, अपनी थोड़ा जो प्री गेम रूटीन्स है मेरी, थोड़ी लिफ्ट्स की एंड मोबिलिटी एंड स्ट्रेचेस एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, मैं वो करके जाता था। तो मैंने किया वो सेशन छोटा। तो गेम डे पे आई स्टेड इन। नॉर्मल मॉर्निंग जो मैं रेगुलरली करता हूँ, मेड माई सेल्फ couple of cups of coffee, went on with my morning, had breakfast. Luckily our breakfast area was separate. तो आराम से आगे नाश्ता वाश्ता किया। उसके बाद nothing. I might have seen an episode or two of some show that I was watching, or maybe I don't know if I read a book or not. I don't remember. But I was taking, I still am in 2020 cricket. I take a afternoon nap. So it just resets my day completely. So I think I took a 30-35 minute or 40-minute nap in the afternoon. So I woke up absolutely fresh. My mental energy wasn't drained. ये चीज़ मैंने actually discover करी एशिया कप में। हमारे ट्रेनर ने मुझे बताई एंड आई वाज लाइक, भाई तेरा शुक्र है तूने मेरे को ये ये मेरे को एक पुड़िया दे दी एकदम फ्रेश एनर्जी की। अमेजिंग, मेड सो मच डिफरेंस। एंड देन आई वाज प्रीटी मच इनटू माय रूटीन जिम में, एंड देन ऑफ टू द गेम।
Okay, before I just take you to the G, final question. 2021 was a reality, विराट। जो भी क्रिकेट जानता है, खेल जानता है, उसको पता था किसी ना किसी दिन आनी है। एक दिन would come, the result would not go your way. You were the captain. It happened there. 2021 का वो match, Dubai, did it ever come across your mind?
Very honestly, not at all. देखो, records जो over the years बन जाते हैं ना, वो एक ट्रेंड भी बन जाता है, to be very honest. But आप स्पोर्ट खेल रहे हैं और human error is so big in any sport. There is no guarantee on a given day that आप ही जीतेंगे। तो इतनी अटैचमेंट्स और इतनी एक्सपेक्टेशंस बना लेना किसी गेम से कि रिकॉर्ड खराब नहीं होना चाहिए, दैट आई फील इज अनरियलिस्टिक. हमने अच्छा खेला, हमने प्रेशर बेटर हैंडल किया इतने सालों तक, तो हम जीते. उस दिन पाकिस्तान ने they outplayed us, they handled pressure way more than us, and they deserved to win thoroughly. There is no question. The match wasn't even close. So I had processed it and accepted it immediately that we were outplayed. अगर आपको इतनी क्वालिटी भरी साइड आप ऑन द डे हरा दे और उस तरीके से, तो उसमें कोई शेम नहीं है उस चीज को एक्सेप्ट करना. इस मैच से पहले या एशिया कप में भी ऐसा नहीं सोचा कि यार वो लॉस को अवेंज करना है. ऐसी फीलिंग्स के साथ आप कभी भी नहीं खेल सकते. आई थिंक इट वाज अ गुड रियलिटी चेक फॉर एवरीवन, अपार्ट फ्रॉम द प्लेयर्स, बिकॉज द प्लेयर्स नो कि कितना प्रेशर होता है और आप वो हर बार नहीं हैंडल कर पाएंगे. बट देखने वालों के लिए भी एक रियलिटी चेक है कि बॉस दूसरी टीम भी अच्छी है, खेलने आई है. दे हैव गॉट अ अमेजिंग टीम.
ऑलराइट विराट कोहली, लेट्स टेक यू टू द जी.
ओके.
MCG में we were there all these days in the build up and it looked like रोज मैच है. प्रैक्टिस चल रही है लेकिन लग रहा है रोज मैच है. एंड एक बड़ी यूनिक चीज है, राइट? दिस इज वेयर योर प्रैक्टिस पिचेस आर. इंडिया की प्रैक्टिस में पाकिस्तान के फैंस भी थे, पाकिस्तान की प्रैक्टिस में इंडिया फैंस भी थे. मैच चल रहा था, प्रैक्टिस में भी. हाउ डिफरेंट वाज दिस एक्सपीरियंस?
आई मीन मुझे अभी भी याद है, ऑनेस्टली मैंने नेट्स में पीछे ऊपर भी फैंस थे,
या पूरा.
तो हर शॉट के बाद वो ढोल बजाना शुरू हो गए. तो आई हैड टू टेल देम गाइस दिस इज सीरियस स्टफ. तो मैंने वो सब चीजें समझाई उनको एंड आई सेड गाइस प्लीज आप देखो प्रैक्टिस, एंजॉय करो, बट उसमें दखल अंदाजी मत करो क्योंकि इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टाइम फॉर अस. प्रिपरेशन आपकी अच्छी हो जाए, एवरीथिंग गोज वेल, सो आप एक सुकून के साथ रूम में चले जाते हैं कि आई एम रेडी. और एज यू सेड, इधर पाकिस्तान के फैंस थे, इधर उनका अपना ही चल रहा था ऊपर. मैंने कहा भाई हम बीच में हमें मत पीछे प्रैक्टिस करने दो प्लीज.
MCG is obviously a spectacular stage for drama. दुनिया भर से लोग आए हैं. ये रॉ इमोशंस है, काफियों को नहीं पता कैमरा है. दिस इज एक्सटेसी, दिस इज जॉय. When you walk out, you are one of the most beloved of the generation. How do you handle that? Because we've seen it. You walk out with your gloves, no pads, and the stadium.
See, then the energy propels me. The support, it takes my energy to a different level. I have to admit it because that's the reality. But जब मैं खेलता हूँ, I understand कि मुझे अपना काम करना है, उसकी वजह से ही expectations हैं. जब मैंने expectations अपने space में डाल दी और मैं ये काम ठीक से नहीं कर पाया, तो ना तो मैं परफॉर्मेंस दे पाऊंगा, ना मैं वो एक्सपेक्टेशंस को मीट कर पाऊंगा, और सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी मैं अपनी टीम को नहीं जिता पाऊंगा, जिसकी वजह से ओवर द इयर्स ऐसा माहौल या ऐसी एक्सपेक्टेशंस क्रिएट हुई हैं. तो जो हम लाइफ में बोलते हैं ना, प्रायोरिटी समझनी बहुत जरूरी होती है. आपकी लाइफ में जो एक पर्सपेक्टिव होता है कि वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस के बारे में बड़ी बात करते हैं लोग, वो तभी क्रिएट हो सकता है जब आपका पर्सपेक्टिव क्लियर है कि आपकी प्रायोरिटी क्या है लाइफ में. वो एक आइडिया नहीं हो सकता है, तो मेरे दिमाग में वो आइडिया नहीं है कि हाँ मुझे गेम पे फोकस रखना है. वो मेरे लिए एक प्रायोरिटी है, मेरे लिए एक रियलिटी है कि जब मैं खेल रहा हूँ तो मुझे एब्सोल्यूट प्रोफेशनलिज्म के साथ जो ग्राउंड पे काम है मुझे पहले वो करना है.
So you stepped out for warm-ups मैच से पहले, and वो कहते हैं ना कभी-कभी कायनात का थोड़ा इशारा होता है. Universe. Two people who addressed the huddle. Actually, Virat Kohli और Hardik Pandya. Remember this?
Really? Well, it was. I mean, I remember Rahul bhai told me to say a few words because उन्होंने बोला you've been part of these big games a lot and you've also performed in these games. So, what is the mindset? What do you think we should look forward to? So I was giving the guys a bit of a insight into my experience over the years. For me, it was very easy to talk about these things because मैं उन चीज़ों को जी चुका हूँ. I've been in those moments, so they are in my system. It's not something that I have to prepare or think about because I've lived those moments. One thing I remember saying is that what matters is how we look forward to this game. Do you want to be the guy who wants to win this game for your team? And if all of us can get into that mindset, then we will have 3-4 guys who will put up their hand on the day. So I just said, don't look at someone else to do the job for you. have the will to stand up and say, I'm going to finish the game and I want to be the guy that wins the game for the team all by myself. And if all 11 can think like that, something special can happen. And one more thing that I said, if there's a pressure situation, if you feel like you're going to crack, there are equal or more chances the opposition might crack as well. So it's who holds their nerves the best in those moments till the first guy cracks. And that's what this game is all about. It's holding your own till the point that comes where one guy cracks.
Tipping point.
And the other team wins. And that's my experience from over the years in these games.
Okay, after this, before we head into the game, a बहुत important moment. You know, it's the culmination of emotions before the real reset button. सब बाहर आते हैं, you come in for that moment. यहाँ पे there are going to be the anthems. What this means, the occasion, the patriotism, national anthem, ये तिरंगे की जो अहमियत है, just see this and then take us through this, Virat. Yeah.
It's amazing. Of all the games that I've been part of in World Cups or big stages with India, Pakistan, this is one thing that I can never forget. Singing the national anthem in front of so many people and people singing with you. And I'll tell you why. Because for me, that is the one thing that all your supporters and you as a team and all your management and everyone involved on the day in that game do together. All the other stuff, while it's batting, bowling, fielding, it's all happening separately. This is one moment where everyone's energy is just streamlined into one thing. And the power of that is very, very special. It's something to feel. It's not something that you can quite put into words, but that's why we get goosebumps. It's the energy that makes us feel like that. बहुत कम मिलते हैं ऐसे मौके जहाँ पे आपको ऐसी एनर्जी फील हो एक मोमेंट में. तो मुझे नेशनल एंथम का जो टाइम होता है वो मैंने हर मैच का मुझे क्लियरली याद है. And that still makes me feel, you know, those same goosebumps all over again.
Lovely. Okay. Shall we? Fans are ready, teams are ready, anthems are done. It's playtime.
Chalo.
India won the toss and they've elected to field against Pakistan.
Bowling first. हमने बहुत मैचेस देखे हैं विराट. इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैचेस where teams have lost, जो पहले बैटिंग करता है somewhere, you know, that pressure scoreboard का वर्ल्ड कप में some epic मैचेस में जो टीम पहले बैटिंग करी है वो जीती है. यहाँ पे just if you can tell me the thought process पहले बॉलिंग करने का.
I think बॉलिंग करने का यही एक फैक्टर रहता है कि जो एटमॉस्फेयर है उसको सोक इन करने में आपको थोड़ा टाइम लगता है. तो आप 20 ओवर की क्रिकेट में ज्यादा पीछे ना रह जाएं एज अ बैटिंग यूनिट. तो if you saw they were also under pressure. तो वो हैंडल करना प्रेशर इज अ डिफिकल्ट थिंग व्हेन यू बैटिंग फर्स्ट. तो इफ गिवन एन अपॉर्चुनिटी ऑब्वियसली यू वुड लाइक टू पुट द ऑपोजिशन इन. एंड एज आई सेड, पहले ही एज 11 यू स्टेप ऑन टू द फील्ड तो एक सब लोगों की जो नर्वस एनर्जी होती है वो रिलैक्स हो जाती है बिकॉज आप गेम में घुस गए. उसके बाद फ्रॉम देयर द गेम टेक्स इट्स कोर्स. बट या दैट्स द यूजुअल माइंडसेट.
There was a very close chance as well and उससे ज़्यादा मतलब I don't think you could have done much. जब ये थोड़े chances हो रहे होते हैं right, मतलब एक ये so close, सबके reaction, शमी, अर्शदीप, रोहित, you, because शान मसूद फ्रेम में भी नहीं था.
ये close नहीं था, मतलब I don't think he,
yeah, not barely in the frame,
expected me to come to the ball so quickly.
So quickly.
और वो इतना खुला चांस था कि मैं कंफ्यूज हो गया ओवरहेड मारूं कि अंडरआर्म मारूं. तो eventually I threw underarm which was not in that much control. Overarm throw would have been better, I feel, in hindsight. But
very hard ना उस fraction में decide करना whether you have time for that or not.
यार इतना clear chance आ जाए तो बंदा confuse हो जाता है. थोड़ा pressure होना चाहिए end तक.
ऐसे बड़े मैचेस में these chances when they go through कभी-कभी कुछ अलग होता है. Do these things play when the game is going on कि ये half chances आज convert नहीं हो रहे?
मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगा यार कि chance निकल गए. तो एक as I said वो माहौल में रहने की एक जो अपॉर्चुनिटी, एक्साइटमेंट जो भी आप बोल रहे हैं इतनी हाई होती है कि आप इन चीजों को ऐसा नहीं देखते यार कि चांस निकल गए. आई थिंक प्रिपरेशन होने के बाद आप एक ऐसी स्पेस में आ जाते हैं जहाँ आपको पता है कि आप ग्राउंड पे क्या कर सकते हो और हर मोमेंट में आपका 120% एफर्ट ही निकलता है.
160 एक टाइम पे लग रहा था मे बी 140-45. फिर शाहीन और राउफ एक दो बड़े शॉट्स. मन में क्या नंबर था? बिकॉज you were also looking at the wicket, right?
For them, they would have been happy to get to 150, and I felt like the game would have been pretty much, it would have been a challenge, but not beyond our reach, I felt. 160, I just felt like 10 run, they managed to get a bit more on that pitch. और उनकी bowling quality देख के, obviously you match all these factors and you analyze and you feel like, यार, it's gonna be a challenge to get this.
The three fast bowlers, ये मजा, right? When we look back at Sachin Paji's knocks, you are talking about भाई वसीम अकरम थे, वकार यूनिस थे, शोएब अख्तर थे, अब्दुल रज़ाक भी आ रहे थे. यहाँ पे you're looking at इस current generation में, this is the best three together पाकिस्तान के साथ में. तो शाहीन, नसीम, हारिस के लिए कुछ extra had you prepped?
Well, to be very honest, no. क्योंकि आप इतने साल से used to हैं 140, 145, 150 plus bowlers के against खेलने में, तो I think the only thing you need to do is mentally get into a place where you're ready for the challenge.
अब तक मैच चल रहा था. अब dramatic मैच चलेगा. Let the drama begin.
160 to chase, outwalk India's opener.
Oh, inside edge. Soft hand से खुशी का ठिकाना नहीं. नसीम क्या कह रहे हैं? जी हाँ, मैंने कर दिखाया.
Jubilation in the Pakistan camp. Rohit Sharma doesn't like it. All of India doesn't like it. That mix-up's gonna hurt. India are 31 for 4 with Akshar Patel's wicket.
6.1, 37 balls के बाद ये moment, 31 for 4. सबके मन में obviously एक बात आई, फिर से यार. बड़ा मैच, टॉप ऑर्डर, पाकिस्तान bowlers, फिर से. This is eerily similar. In this very moment, आप शायद 11वीं बॉल पे आ गए थे बैटिंग करने. 12th ball. It happened a bit too quick.
Yeah, for sure. मतलब मैंने सोचा नहीं था कि इतनी जल्दी we will lose 4 wickets. और जैसे मैंने बोला, मतलब काफी एक्सपीरियंस हमारी साइड में था उस टाइम पे भी ऑलरेडी, T20 एक्सपीरियंस. तो that is where the quality of the bowling really stood out initially, and then the run out happened. Unfortunately, I said sorry to Akshar about 3-4 times after the game as well. It was my fault. And yeah, from there, मतलब मैंने पहले भी बोला कि 31 for 4 and things are getting tougher and it spiraled down even further from here.
जब ये हो रहा था, you can't see in the rearview mirror and drive, but आपके सामने हो रहा है. And MCGA, this is not one of those grounds कि यार यहाँ पे ना partnership लग गई, cover up हो जाएगा. So almost जब wicket गिर रही थी, at the end, how was your brain reacting to now what? Scoreboard को देख के and batting lineup को देख के.
यार बैटिंग लाइनअप को देख के तो आप हमेशा सोचते हैं कि यार अब कौन बचा है, how many guys are left. So I felt like अच्छा, हार्दिक है, दिनेश coming off very good form, and Ash can strike a ball. I was like, ठीक है, maybe one partnership and things will start getting a bit clearer. Obviously आप finish line को नहीं देखते हैं समय पे, because वो देखना बहुत मुश्किल है. तो the immediate plan that takes place is अगले 7-8 ओवर में क्या करना है, और एक अच्छी पार्टनरशिप बनानी पड़ेगी 7-7.5 की रन रेट के साथ. आप इतना पीछे भी नहीं जा सकते गेम में कि एंड में कवर अप करने का टाइम ही ना मिले, क्योंकि एज यू सेड MCG पे खेल रहे हैं और जैसी बॉलिंग है, फास्ट बॉलर डालेंगे ही एंड में, बॉल पटकेंगे, स्लोअर बॉल डालेंगे, बाउंसर्स डालेंगे, तो मुश्किल होगा क्लियर करना. इतना आसान नहीं होगा जैसे हम कहीं और खेल सकते हैं कि पैर रखा सामने और मारने को देखा, बिकॉज द बाउंस कैन सरप्राइज यू, और उस रात हो रहा था बाउंस ज्यादा. तो बस इमीडिएट जो नेक्स्ट प्लान था वो यही था कि यार यहाँ से बिल्ड कैसे करेंगे.
we ride the emotions, लेकिन जब आप कॉम्बॉक्स में you have to say जो ऑपोजिशन बेटर कर रही है, लेकिन एक थोड़ा होता है ना, जैसे बोलते हैं कि दिल थोड़ा बैठ सा रहता है. So हमारा स्टिंट खत्म हो रहा था, and I think मैं, इरफान और रवि भाई थे, and रवि भाई was going to rush. So like, how do you still have to, we are the eternal optimists. So we will get into that moment and your partner is walking out. जैसे हार्दिक बाहर आ रहा है, and then you also just receive him and start walking. जैसे हार्दिक बाहर आया, the way you received him and the way you guys said, was there कि बस तुमने 4 विकेट लिए हैं, but we're eager to face the next ball. Tell me about उस टाइम पे क्या सेट कर रहे थे, just that moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the first words I think मैंने उसको बोले थे, let's build a partnership. I said, yeah, let's do it. तो मतलब एक optimism था कि यार मैच को लंबा लेके जाने की जरूरत है यहाँ से. Obviously आप finish line as I said अभी नहीं देख सकते, लेकिन एक ही conversation regularly हो रही थी कि हार्दिक was only mentioning one thing कि we'll keep rotating strike and keep looking for the odd boundary in between. And then I told him they will panic at some stage. Now it is upon our skill and responsibility और जो भी आप बोल लो कि वो stage तक कैसे पहुंचना है जहाँ पे they panic and we are still in there.
On the next chapter of the Diwali miracle,
मैं हमेशा इन चीज़ों को देखता हूँ very keenly कि कब ऐसा moment आता है जहाँ लोग argue करने लगते हैं field में, जहाँ 2 रन हो गए तो frustration दिखती है bowler में, keeper में, captain में. And that is the time I usually try to capitalize.
ये बहुत important boundary मिली है. Wow, विराट.
This is the moment जब हमें press करना था और 2 चौके आ गए हैं 2 बॉल में. So we are on the right track. अभी थोड़ा shift हो रहा है.
इंडिया के इस पॉइंट पे जीतने के चांसेस were 3.1%.
I wanted to hit those 2 sixes. Come on, Cheeks. Come on, Cheeks. You have to hit 2 sixes. When I spoke to Anushka as well the next day, she said the same thing. You don't know how much happiness you've given to everyone. Everyone's just going crazy on Diwali and people are just so happy.
Salvator mundi adiuvanus, miserere nobis peccatoribus, exaudi orationem nostram, in hora mortis nostrae, Salvator mundi adiuvannos. Te laudamus in aeternum, te adoramus in fine. Salvator mundi adiuvannos. In gloria sempiterna. Sancte Spiritus adveni, replecorda fidelium, igne Lux in obscuritate, da linguam laudis sanctae, da cora serviendum, vita nostra sit tibi, Sancte Spiritus adveni, effunde dona celestia, confirma fidem nostram, erigementes langentes, Sancte Spiritus adveni, unum corpus in Christo, una vox in oratione, in caritate perfecta, Sancte Spiritus adveni, nos tue gratiae custodi, nos tue passi simple, Sancte Spiritus adveni, et regna in aeternum. Sanctus Deus immortalis, Rex caelorum aeternus, laus tua resonet clara, in saecula saeculorum. In altaris sancto tuo, populus tuus canit, cantemus omnes simum, laudes tibi do.
Chegou a Black Friday dos Supermercados Imperatriz, com ofertas como você nunca viu. Confira.
Ar-condicionado Eugene, inverte quente frio, 9.000 BTU, Wi-Fi, 1.799 à vista ou 10 vezes sem juros. Toda a linha de papéis higiênicos, com 50% de desconto na unidade. Toda a categoria de cápsulas de café, com 50% de desconto na unidade. Lava-roupas Omo líquido, 3 litros, R$ 23,99. Azeite de oliva, com preços a partir de R$ 12,99.
Quer encontrar ofertas como você nunca viu? Só na Black Friday dos Supermercados Imperatriz.
Vox nostra resoni, cantemus hymnum fidei, in aeternum semper. Custodi nos a malo, virtute tua Domine, resta nobis pacem. Christum panem viventem, panem verum cane datus, pro salute gentium, quem in mensa dominica apostolis tradidit. Fide credo non videndo sub specie panis latet, ipsum corpus salvatoris verbum patris eterni, bone pastor panis vere, tu nos pace nos tuere, fac nos in tua luce gaudere per secula. Panis angelorum factus, cibus vere est, in altaris sanctitatis cor tuum refrigerat. Sit laus plena, sit sonora, sit iucunda, sit decora. Tibi Christo sit gloria, Regi nostro ex corde. Laudate Dominum, omnes gentes, laudate eum omnes populi, quod iam confirmata est super nos misericordia. Veritas Domini manet, in eternum sempiterna, cantemus alleluia, gloria Deo sit, in templo sancto tuo, populus laudem cani, in unitate fidei exultemus Deo, omnis terra clamet, omnis lingua confiatur, Dominum gloriosum Rex universorum, laus tua resone in celis altissimis, sancti omnes canat, angeli exultent, benedictus est Domine, in eternum regnas, o Deus sanctissime, laus tua manet. Gloria Patris sit, et Filio Sanctissimo, cum Spiritus Sancto in eternum. Amen. eterna lucet eis. Domine eus clementissime, requiem dona defunctis, pacem aeternam concede. In vale lacrimarum sumus, spem nostram inteponimus, da quietem fidelibus, et lumen perpetuum. Exaudi orationes nostras, suscipe animas in gloria. Angeli te comitentur, in paradisum tuum. Requiescat in pace eterna, cantemus pro animabus. Domine miserere nobis, et dona vitam nova. In memoria sempiterna eri, justus coram Dominum, non timebit mala, quia Deus cuereo. Lux clara fulgebit eis, in domo Patris eterni. Letitia plena erit, in conspectu Dei. Gloria Deo sit semper, qui vivificat mortus, et cum Filio Sancto, in Spiritu Sancto. Lux perpetua luceat nobis, illumina corda fidelium, expelle tenebras peccatorum, consolare animas nostras. O lumen caeleste fulgens, descendes super nos humiles, presta pacem cordibus, et dona salud. In caelo angeli clamant, lux Domini fulget clara. Cantemus hymnum sanctum, lausit Deo. In nocte obscura plena, tu lumen nostrum es, custodi nos semper.
இந்தியாவின் முன்னேற்றத்தின் உண்மையான பலம் அதன் தொழிலாளர்கள். அவர்களின் கடின உழைப்புக்கு இப்போது கிடைத்துள்ளது அவர்களுக்கு எப்போதுமே உரிமை இருந்த அங்கீகாரம். ஏனெனில் மோடி அரசின் உத்தரவாதம் ஒவ்வொரு தொழிலாளருக்கும் மரியாதை.
श्रमेव जयते आज देश का मंत्र बन रहा है।
எல்லா தொழிலாளர்களுக்கும் நேரத்தில் குறைந்தபட்ச ஊதியம், இளைஞர்களுக்கு நியமன கடிதம் அதாவது வேலைக்கான நம்பிக்கை, பெண்களுக்கு சம வாய்ப்பு மற்றும் சம ஊதியம். ஏனெனில் வேலையின் மதிப்பை திறமை நிர்ணயம் செய்கிறது. பிக்ஸ்டு டேர்ம் ஊழியர்களுக்கு ஒரே ஆண்டில் பணிக்கொடை அதாவது உழைப்புக்கான உரிமை, எந்த காத்திருப்பும் இல்லாமல். 40 வயதுக்கு மேற்பட்ட தொழிலாளர்களுக்கு வருடாந்திர இலவச உடல்நல பரிசோதனை. 40 கோடி தொழிலாளர்களுக்கு சமூக பாதுகாப்பு உத்தரவாதம். இப்போது ஒவ்வொரு குடும்பத்திற்கும் கிடைக்கும் நிம்மதி. இவைதான் தொழிலாளர் சீர்திருத்தங்கள். வாருங்கள், தொழிலாளர்களுக்கு மதிப்பளித்து தற்சார்புள்ள இந்தியாவை உருவாக்குவோம்.
Cum filio sanctissimo et Spiritui Sancto in aeternum exultavit spiritus meus in Deo salutari, quia respexit humilitatem ancile sue fidelis ex beata meditent omnes generationes. Fecit mihi magna, qui potens est Deus, sanctum nomen eius, misericordia manet. Dispersit superbos mentis cordis sui, deposuit potentes, exaltavit humile, esurientes ilebus, bonis divinis semper, divites dimisit, inanes vacuos, suscepit Israel, puerum suum sanctum, recordatus est, misericordiae suae. Gloria Deo sit, cum Filio Sanctissimo, et Spiritus Sancto, in aeternum Gloria sit tibi resurrexit sicut dixit. O Maria, Mater pia, exaudi laudes filiorum, ora pro nobis ad filium, misericordiam nobis dona. Alleluia, cantemus omnes, in resurrectione gaudentes, latetur omnis creatura, in gloria Redemptoris. Exultemus in lumine, Christus victor surrexit, letentur corda fidelium, spes renovata fulgeat. Gaude celum et terra, cantemus hymnos dulcissimos, Christus espes pengium, lux eterna nostra. Benedicta sit Virgo pura, Mater Dei, Mater nostra. Omnes gentes proclamemus, Ave Maria gloriosa. In saecula saeculorum, cantus laetitiae resonet, Regina Caeli regnat, Alleluia in aeternum. Salvator mundi adiuvanos, qui per crucem liberasti, redemisti precio sanguine, da nobis pacem tuam. Defende nos ab inimicis, custodi in tentatione, robora fidem nostram, Salvator mundi adiuvanos. O pastor bonus et fidelis, regis ovium tuarum, nos duc in Pascua vitae, Salvator mundi adiuvanos. Aperi nobis portas caeli, introduce nos in gloria, fac videre viltum tuum, Salvator mundi adiuvanos. Gloria tibi, Iesu Christe, gloria tibi, Rex Regum, gloria tibi, Agne Dei, Salvator mundi adiuvanos. Miserere nobis peccatoribus, exaudi orationem nostram. In hora mortis nostre, Salvator mundi adiuvanos. Te laudamus in aeternum, te adoramus sine fine, Salvator mundi adiuvanos in gloria sempiterna. Sancte Spiritus adveni, replecorda fidelium, ignem amoris accende, in nobis habitare. Veni lumen veritatis, veni fons sanctitatis, rege nos in uni.
Hi, I'm Charmaine H. Evans, a senior yoga teacher, meditation teacher, and sound healer. Welcome to this series of yoga classes from the comfort of your home. Just you and your yoga mat, taking all the time you need as I guide you along the way. So set aside a couple of minutes, grab your yoga mat, and head on over to my channel where you'll find a range of yoga classes that are perfect for you regardless of your level. I look forward to seeing you there. Take care.
Da linguam laudi sancta, da cora serviendum, vita nostra sit tibi, Sancte Spiritus adveni, effunde dona celestina, confirma fidem nostram, erige mentes langentes, Sancte Spiritus adveni, unum corpus in Christo, una vox in oratione, in caritate perfecta, Sancte Spiritus adveni, nos tue gratiae custodi, nos tue passi simple, Sancte Spiritus adveni, et regna in aeternum. Sanctus Deus immortalis, Rex caelorum aeternus, laus tua resonet clara, in saecula saeculorum. In altaris sancto tuum, populus tuus canit, cantemus omnes simul, laudes tibi Domine. resta nobis pacem in vita eterna. In unitate ecclesiae laus tua fulgeat, orex gloriae sancte adoramus te. Gloria Patris cum Filio Sanctissimo et Spiritus Sancto in aeternum. Amen. Laudationem Salvatorem, laudationem Salvatorem, laudatus emet pastorem, canta voce magna sancta, Christum panem viventem. Panem verum cane datus, pro salute gentium, quem in mensa dominica apostolis tradidit. Fide credo non videndo sub specie panis latet, ipsum corpus salvatoris verbum patris eterni, bone pastor panis vere, tu nos pace nos quiere, fac nos in tua luce gaudere per secula. Panis angelorum factus, cibus vere vitae est. In altaris sanctitatis cor tuum refrigerat. Sit laus plena, sit sonora, sit iucunda, sit decora. Tibi Christo sit gloria, Regi nostro ex corde. terra clamet, omnis lingua confiatur, Dominum gloriosum, Rex universorum, laus tua resone in celis altissimis, sancti omnes canat, angeli exultent, benedictus est Domine in aeternum regnas, o Deus sanctissime, laus tua manet. Gloria Patris sit, et Filio Sanctissimo, cum Spiritus Sancto in aeternum. Lux aeterna lucet eis. Domine Deus clementissime, requiem dona defunctis, pacem aeternam concede. In vale lacrimarum sumus, spem nostram interponimus, da quietem fidelibus, et lumen perpetuum. Exaudi orationes nostras, suscipe animas in gloria. Angeli te comitentur.
हाँ बोल बेटा करण।
क्या? जिंदगी की रोज की दौड़ में हम अक्सर चीजें भूल जाते हैं,
अंकल
पर अच्छा लगता है जब कोई आपका ख्याल रखता है, जैसे कि आरबीआई ख्याल रखता है आपके अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट्स का।
अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट मतलब?
वो बैंक खाते जिसमें 10 साल या उससे अधिक से कोई लेन देन न हुआ हो, ऐसे खाते आरबीआई के डीईए फंड में चले जाते हैं।
अपने बैंक के किसी भी शाखा में जाकर अपना केवाईसी अपडेट कराइए
और अपना अनक्लेम डिपॉजिट वापस पाएं।
आरबीआई कहता है जानकार बनिए,
सतर्क रहिए।
Gloria sempiterna eri, justus coram Dominum, non timebit mala, quia Deus cum ereum. Lux clara fulgebit eis, in domo Patris eterni, letitia plena erit, in conspectu Dei. Gloria Deo sit semper, qui vivificat mortus, et cum Filio Sancto in Spiritu Sancto. Lux perpetua luceat nobis, illumina corda fidelium, expelle tenebras peccatorum, consolare animas nostra, o lumen saepe ora plena, tu lumen nostrum es, custodi nos semper, o lux sanctissima, a templum venimus, in fide clamamus, illumina iter nostrum, et dirige Iesus. Cantemus omnes fideles, laus tua resonet clara, lux perpetua fulgeat, in aeternum semper. Gloria Patris sit, cum Filio Sanctissimo, et Spiritui Sancto, in aeternum. Amen. Magnificat anima mea, Dominum laudator meum, exultavit spiritus meus, in Deo salutari, quia respexit humilitatem, ancile sue fidelis, ex beata meditent, omnes generationes. Fecit mihi magna, qui potens est Deus, sanctum nomen eius, misericordia manes. Dispersit superbos, mentis cordis sui, deposuit potentes, exaltavit humile, esurientes ilebus, bonis divinis semper, divites dimisit, inanes vacuos, suscepit Israel, puerum suum sanctum, recordatus est, misericordiae suae. Gloria Deo sit, cum Filio Sanctissimo, et Spiritus Sancto, in aeternum. misericordia tua magna est, et amor tuus aternus refolia anima mea, et confirma me. Gloria sit tibi semper, Domine Deus meus, in aeternum laudabo nomen sanctum tuum. Regina caceli letare, alleluia resonet clare, quia acem genuisti, resurrexit sicut dicit. O Maria, Mater pia, exaudi laudes filiorum, ora pro nobis ad filium, misericordiam nobis dona. Alleluia cantemus omnes, in resurrectione gaudentes, latetur omnis creatura, in gloria Redemptoris. Exultemus in lumine, Christus victor surrexit, letentur corda fidelium, spes renovata fulgeat. Gaudes elum et terra, cantemus hymnos dulcissimos, Christus espes pentium, lux eterna nostra. Benedicta sit Virgo pura, Mater Dei, Mater nostra. Omne gentes proclamemus, Ave Maria gloriosa. In saecula saeculorum, cantus laetitiae resonet, Regina Caeli regnat, Alleluia in aeternum. Salvator mundi adiuvanos, qui per crucem liberasti.